I don't canto and I again with another edition of Social Media Review, where they can talk like every Sunday what we can do now, where they can talk on what they happen, what hot in social media, at the Sierra Leone forum, them, what in the talk about, what people then concern, and we try for help, for stay in the middle, for try for bring knowledge and understanding to we people them, and also for help with government, for make the yeri, what in the people in the field, and how for continue for go before for improve and for make things them changes the way we need in Sierra Leone, for let we go able for go before. And my name again is Fadima. Today is the 15th of November 2020. I get with me my co-host, lawyer Shilon. We're there with me when I practice defense attorney in North Carolina. And I also get a person on the phone, a guy where they don't hear his name boku na frito. We see with Salone's football team, they win. We all gladly, the green, white, and blue. Everybody is flying the flag and congratulating the team. We can talk on that, and we can talk on some of the problem. Because I get with me none other than my husband, my former husband, Mr. John Johnson, aka Little John, where they play for Sierra Leone and the Eastern Lions team. He go join me by phone for help for let we understand from how long with them problem they don't day na Salone football and how for make it better, because we see Kai Kamara been tweet where he put out there the condition the way that they live. And John a long-term player in the 80s, he don't play for Leon Star, he don't play for Lions, they don't travel, go back beside them. And the same condition, they still not change. And we try for see how we go able for change for bring account to the attention of the public. So that bring Mr. Shilon in later and John Johnson, you go tell the people that I do quick, then we go continue with the conversation. And sorry, we start late because now we don't get that 5G, so the technology we kind of like they struggle with a little bit, but we will get there. We will get there. On a thank you for our patience, on a share, and on a thank you on they join we every Sunday. All of more span waiting to go on. So Mr. Shilon, sir, then John.
Okay. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Any side we do at the part of the world. I name Mohammed Shilon, coming to you from North Carolina. So I hope at the end of the day or at the end of the show, we'll go learn from each other and get some new, fresh ideas about things we will not be know about before. Thank you.
Thank you. And John Johnson, you want to tell the people that I do Little John, we from give picture of you, man. They get for put a picture of you.
Yes. Yes. Hello, the VOS family and the listeners. Yeah. Good day to everybody. Yeah.
All right. That is Little John. It take me a while for that get and volley can at this show. Yeah, for help me talk about football business. But yeah, we get on today, so we tell God thank you. But before we go any further, like always, we get for tell God thank you for life. We get for tell God thank you for all things. The religion teach we say in all things. We for say, Papa God, we tell you thank you. Because always remember somebody getting worse than you. Some people are sick. Yeah. They God give them medicine. John, can you mute your phone? John, mute your phone until you come ready for talk, please, because they hear your conversation. Thank you. So we tell God thank you. Some people are sick among, some people they don't die, some people then they celebrate. Everybody they're doing on. But I want just give a shout out to one of my sisters, one of my friends. In June he been get corona. He beat corona, and today birthday. Madam Kadiba Ngura, I go send una in picture later. Una go put her there. I just want to give a shout out because she fought corona, and in all thing I God get life. But I tell God thank you for him. I say happy birthday, sister. She's my childhood friend, sister for life. I say happy birthday, Kadiba Ngura. God bless you. God keep you, and let God bless you with many more years. And also we get people that will die among we. And one of the people them were one of me me friend them who I can call me big sister Ramzia Bangura. The mama died today, and we pray for the family, the Bangura family, Maryland and Freetown. We pray for una, let God give una peace, let God give una comfort, let God give una strength for go through and endure. But not that anybody else is not important, but I just want to bring them people. And so now all important, whoever is celebrating a birthday, I say happy birthday. Whoever they mourn, may God bless your family and give you strength. But we see the coronavirus, the pandemic. We don't talk about corona, we don't talk about corona. And now we see Salone, the number don't steady. You know, they move again, nobody know they die again. 74 people, they don't die, and 74 people too many. We see at them parts of the world here, the second phase is coming, the third phase is coming. But we tell God thank you for Salone, because Salone, when I know say we not go able for contain corona, if corona go they sit down good one. Because that social distance is safe, we're not able. We don't get water safe for what we are too much, for the what we are not saying, pump and kill up. But we tell God thank you, where God preserve with people then, because it's a big thing, it's a good thing. And we tell God thank you for that. Let God continue. The people that are supposed to do what they do, wear on a mask, when I listen to the people there where they run the show, what they say, now they sabi pass we listen, let we all try for beat corona, come on at this place here, so they terrorize we all. So, Mr. Shillon, I don't know if you get anything but corona, sir. 74 people don't die, and today we don't get no new case. That means they will do well, they do very well. So let's continue. Bravo to we, because if corona go under, but could go die. So anyway, so Mr. Shillon, sir.
Well, the only thing when we get for say, we basically in the parable when they say, cow will not get tail and got the driving fly. So it's a good thing, you know, they affect we back home, like how they happen America and other countries, but particularly in America. Because now we know, say, in America, all 50 states, the corona disease is picking up. There are people in the die in the thousands every day in this country. So for we officially not forget any death we get, for be very thankful. And we know, say, not just because we do the right thing, that because probably we'll get some kind of natural immunity, and the area will make, you know, they affect we as much as they affect people in the air. So we're going to tell God thank you for that. And we hope that trend will continue, because if we get the problem as we get in America, the population will suffer big casualty. So we'll get for tell God thank you. Everything stays the same. Officially, we'll not get any new indication of somebody dying. So let will keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, now we can go to this big, good thing where we celebrate. We see Sierra Leone go play Nigeria. We see the Leone Stars of Sierra Leone, they made 4-0. We see them, they fight, they struggled, and they get a comeback. Even though they not win the match, but then tie from 4-0, then come in the second half and then take charge and they work hard. This is the reason why we not forgive up our people. Them. This is the reason we get for believe in ourselves, because we as Sierra Leoneans, we get her, and we, if only the condition and within the right frame of mind, we can do exploits and wonders. And Sierra Leone national team, Sierra Leone Stars, I say bravo to una all. We glad for una. We tell God thank you for una. We take to the team. We salute you all. We happy. We glady. Una don't show. We say una get potential. We players then get potential. We players then sabi. If only they're not better. They other one they waiting on other side. They're not better past them. It is just the opportunities that way we know they get, and then we get a problem. While on a show, we go show the video, but I talk small button. We get a player, Kai Kamara in America. Kai Kamara don't play for England, he don't play for international match, he don't see standards, he knows standards. Now, where in Canada, they begin and come during the refugee time, he don't grow up, he don't make stuff. Okay, It don't get all this experience. Then it go back. We know say we don't get problem with Leon Stars before, with the officials then because of the way whether they do things and whether they conduct things. And when I'm not saying what we can do, then say I will go back over there. You try for say this is not the way you should do it. But they're gonna fight back. Just like how President Bio's been saying, corruption will fight back at you. Okay, he don't go there. So then travel go Nigeria. The condition was not right. He tweet about it. He put the picture up. He show who side and day and what he did. Then we see Slaffa come out and Slaffa make a statement where they say they're not there in the side of things and then they apologize for waiting and go. Does he have the right to freedom of speech? Does he have the right for expressing opinion? Does he have the right to call out the conditions of services thing? Is it thing where if we get in trouble with or thing waiting at the thing? Well, like I said, we get some video, then first of all they play, but then I go bring Little John in after the video, them quick short video them and tweet. Let we see what they go on. Because I know say Mr. Shilon self now be old player. In the 60s, where you go to Bow Town, where you what they call them Sabi and say Mr. Shilon, where you say Mohammed Shilon, they know who that's na him, then Sabi and say na himself na old footballer. So we get two people them when are from the old era, old school, and then they go get for talk on that day. So now play the video of Leon Star that highlights them when they scored the goal them. 4 goals in 45 minutes, which is excellent. And if more time be there, overtime or injury time be there, and also Salone for the beat. But so bravo to our boys, bravo to our team, the green, white, and blue. We salute you and we raise you high. So let's go to the video.
Of the Alps. Samuel Chimarenka Chukwueze with a stunning solo effort. We're trying to make a challenge, but now Sierra Leone in on goal, and they have got one back. Well, they know they're playing for pride, and they're certainly showing plenty of that. Frustration for Maduka Okeye. There's a really smart fit today. That one petered out. Will this help in La Liga? Well, he takes a real and lovely play. Just in time, his run right. Turned into an opportune moment for Victor Osimhen. Well, he just hesitated when he seemed to have a clear sight of goal, and that allowed Captain Bangura to make the most of this cameo appearance. But it's a lovely ball whipped in, and Sierra Leone suddenly have a second out of nothing. A brilliant cross. And running to get the ball back, the substitute, Alaji, being bypassed there. And a superb chance, Sierra Leone! What a story this is turning out to be. They were dead and buried after half an hour. And the face of Amin Musa, the captain, who went off with this match in the bag, and suddenly a shock entry. Such confidence from the 23-year-old. But suddenly there's a lot of twitchiness, and Sierra Leone have got an equaliser. Nigeria shoot themselves in the foot, and a famous result is very much now in the grasp of Sierra Leone. They've shown such determination and belief when no one else would have.
Okay, when I don't see the match, and suddenly we scored the equalizing goal. We scored the equalizing goal 4-4. When I don't see them, they want they will not be seeing them the highlights, and then they. I'll go to we guest first, Mr. John Johnson, Little John. Unmute your phone, Little John. We get you there. Okay, we don't get John right now. We mute first. Mr. Shilon, sir.
It's on mute.
As an old football, how do you feel of your country? How do you feel the atmosphere? Where this win bring to we? Where this draw bring to we? Because they say that the first time in the history of Leon Stars, where they where they kind of inside Nigeria, then draw there, because to them they look at like now beats, even though they know what they call them, come back and then stand tall and they head up high. Mr. Shilon, what you
Well, first of all, I don't think anybody there will not go be proud of the country. It is a fantastic display.
Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
Yes, John.
Let John go ahead.
Fatima, you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Yes, we hear you. Go ahead. You're live now, John Johnson. We don't play the first video where they scored the 4 goals. You know, we capture the highlights and the 4 goals they were on score for equalize. How, as an old player, how do you feel for your fellow players then now the present player them where win this match, where do the match? How do you say, what do you get for say about that team day when they put together?
Yeah, I not really watch the game like that. But you know, like he was telling me about that boy complain about the lodging or waiting. I mean, it's just ongoing things. We're not a great change because, man, Salone team, you know, it's like the players them is like raw materials from before we term and waiting and get, you know, the players them, but that administration side for set because it affects the team still. Look, 4-0, and then come back, then 3-all. So no say something happen, you know, before the game or waiting, we make them be day down. If nobody complain anything and they all anything and they get effect to the game, the outcome of the game. Then resting, then you know, waiting for meet the game. But look where they come, they equalize everything. Then you know this not see the way they go on. Then I mean that about they don't play professional football them na in England. So he know waiting for and do for a game like that. But you know then get for we people we administration just get for soccer and just try for do something for the country and left. You know they know exactly waiting for do. They know. Or I mean.
So you said that no. Okay, we see Kai make the comment, say the lodging and the place, and then we see a video where it is said to one of the player them, welcome, you know, in new to the African player because it's like a norm for African player them for go, then they go on a substandard living, substandard lodging, and then even back home. We also on the practice, we're gonna get all the encouragement them for on a try for be on a best. So what in the team that where they know because you're saying they know what in they know where
they know. Yeah, I mean they know waiting for do out for and get them players here ready waiting for you know it's just that I don't know financial they know. I don't really know. They know, you know that winning to them is like it don't mean anything to them. Once then go play the game, then come back, then get them per diem and waiting and call everything fine. They don't see the people that are Salone don't use for the get the result, then they see they lost, you know mean nothing. Then get waiting for get. Because man, we don't say Palestinian. And this now national waiting and call. Maybe if you see the way the other team then they take care of them players them but even at that we still come up and tie the game. And, you know if I tell you some examples there of we own team where if say now then see then they still they go on. Look, we own team. We don't play an international match. The team win and be the junior Leon Stars. You know, We go play na Togo, Lome. We go play them, we tie. We tie 1-1 or not or so. So then get for carry return match. Then can return match. Man, the time na this Jebo, you know Jebo sharing team, I know we coach in this. So this na national team of Jebo take we go camp we to one. So also Republicans then be rent for the Ghanaians then at Charles Street, na Western Yanda. Where we get, you know, stadium, hotel or whatever. You know, Fijebo is like now Fijebo in team. They go camp we under then the game we go, I don't know if you know now Western Yanda na Nimbana Street. Then get one cookery place, you know, who can call Kalasuna and Nimbana Street. Could you believe saying that they with the national team go eat before we go play in our stadium? The national team waka within a Charles Street dress, waka go na Nimbana Street. And waka which we vest, we don't dress all with the vest, boots, this, that. From Nimbana Street, we waka go na St. John Junction yanda. We take one then St. John Poda and go na stadium. Where the stadium, the field full up so. It's full up. You know, even the van where then they use the stadium van, when for can we go up and down. They use them, they go get drinks them, ice from Don Fish Yanda, the Grand Canal Stadium Hostel, you know, for the money making and this. We na them Poda go take. You know, say we go yonder, where we draw na, we tie na Togo. We go na stadium, we go lost that game day.
So because of the condition,
yeah, you know, I mean, don't they go on too long? You don't they not mean nothing for.
So now Mazola na part of the administration now, and in one of the old footballer them we don't go.
Yeah, in all you know, I don't know, in all them thing and the and so even.
Go ahead.
Even one time I did talk with this me, you know, old player brother, you know, at Mensa in the Holland. So at one time during the APC term, whether what's in call the Minister of Sports now be how they call this guy one guy in the make plaba with the FA. The Aisha then two me make plaba. So in take up on himself, he take at then we get one game way for go play na Cameroon during the Ebola term. So the Minister of Sport talked to Atumensa for set up a team with them about the way they out for go play that game then at Cameroon. Yeah, Mazola been there. So Atumensa himself take he meet to the Bobo in England. Then we then set up the begin train day and you know it take that thing they it take Atumensa take that responsibility upon himself. Who they na England, he then na Orlando team family. You know, but he take that because na another na person and the way he love the country, he love Salone. I see he really loves Salone. Because for left your family so and this and go take charge, begin train them about and they from England they then go Cameroon for the game. The game then say about one day before the game, now they the Mazula then the congregation now where they on the slapper they then come. Then they get say that Paul Kamara here and also the minister name Paul Kamara and be the beef with the FA president Aisha the lady. So then can now Aisha the young Mazula then can now they can't take the team off at Mensa. When we don't deal with the team all this time, I think say at Mensa self and Mazola get some words or waiting and call we not be mean nothing. We them before just talk and no more, you know.
So it's like just the same old stuff is going on. Is it politics inside football now? Is it the player that we want for the get result, we want for win, we want for make we player that able to compete just like any other player them. And what's in your advice now? Because you know the problem, you're not an insider, you don't experience such thing that we don't go on. What is you the advice now, this present administration and the Slaffer, because we see the right letter to this Kai Bobo, this Kai guy, he came there for help, for play, for win because he love in country, but the conditions are not good. They don't put her out there, say these are the things that we go through. What is your advice to the government, and what are you advise to the people that where they listen? Because I know say Mohamed Kalon gets a platform now where it try for bring awareness and try for help out the players and stuff there. But what's your advice to the people them, even the one that we don't play, we know the problem, but yet then continue. And this is the problem about Sierra Leone. They know the problem, but yet when they go into the problem, they forget about all the sufferness. They said go be part of the problem. What would you say?
Now that's not the problem. We then go, and I guess that Salone, we then go there now, then go be the same kind thing because of, I guess, the living condition. These that you can come back to money, how they can say for it. But it don't mean nothing for then go able. It's just that I don't know how this, maybe somebody will really, you know, because during the Aisha in time, then we get one guy where I don't know him, but where most people where I know me football waiting and call it but they talk to we then be seen now trustworthy now waiting guy want something Michaels from Bo we my old friend there and this that and you know somebody then we like the game. We really not go interfere upon the money. It interfere, but really, take, because look like we and that body they complain so Kai. Get a nice room, nice waiting. When are the not so it for be? Because them then the how they call them the home waiting and call the bobo then at Salone, they don't go complain anything and they don't know for do them thing and they don't can now they want fight the bobo, talk bad but the bobo or waiting and call. But now for me the team I still say that result they but then they able beat Nigeria, but then wake up late. Because of maybe the condition where they don't do this, that they
so
come in the game late.
Then so they're not being glad in the beginning, but then
they come in the game late. But imagine if then we get that waiting and calling from the beginning of the game. Okay. I believe we them team they are Western team and waiting, but them not Salone. We even from the Tewa they see about the players there where they make their name big Naya and this. But you where they play, you can see and say this sports here, waiting past me or this that way in a way. Now
okay, yeah. Hold on 1 second, Jola. Bring Mr. Shilon in because Mr. Shilon said. Been play where been they free tongue. He say play for both team in the 60s, early 70s. He name what they say Shilon, Mr. Shilon Ago. I don't know if you're an old player, you remember their name, then they on a big one there. But Mr. Shilon, you don't hear what John say. You don't see what in Salone can do. And then you don't see the condition there where they hinder them from where would they go before for where we be progressive. Because we know that they don't come because I've been trying to get in touch with the minister for congratulate them and for ask a few questions, but they don't come, they don't land a free tongue, we glad for them and they go celebrate them. But the condition them when they do the things that when they do, Mr. Shillon, as an old footballer, we get idea, we been there inside that thing there. Waiting you get for ad, but waiting John don't say, what you get for advice, the government, the ministers, the people that were they in charge of this all slaffer business, all the confusion inside the slaffer, all the politicking, all the everybody wants to say they're not the big one, that they're not the power one, that they're not the might, and they're not the work for the good of the country together, where for make we produce better players and better waiting and call them Mr. Stillon, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Make I just correct one thing. That is, the period of time when we play soccer now, 1966 to 68.
Oh, okay.
Okay, in the 70s, I don't know.
Okay.
So I'll be the Salone that 10 day. Also, me na an alum or a graduate of Ahmadiyya Secondary School na Bo. So Bo, unlike Freetown, where we get Blackpool, Eastern Lion, Olympics, Bo, the main league na Bo, na be the secondary school there. So all the secondary school, then they may get CKC, Bo School, UCC, Ahmadiyya, then get tremendously very good competitive soccer teams them. So that be the games in there. So we then say Ahmadiyya they play both school, which do you mean term that was supposed to be the tough match. It was like Eastern Lions and Blackpool. The whole town they come for watch, because that was the talk of the town that did it. So then when I want for people to understand. I play college soccer from a freshman at college till I finish, I graduate. I play college soccer. Then when I become a lawyer, I go back, I begin play adult soccer. I play adult soccer till I was 69. Now North Carolina, na Raleigh, we get huge league. So again, when we talk about soccer, exposure matter. Because from home to here, now North Carolina all day, we get the soccer league now, then start from like age 4 all the way to 68, 70. We get over 400 to 500 soccer teams them at this location. We get a soccer complex. We get 32. The one complex get 32 soccer fields. Then they do competition. They can get people coming from New York, other states there. Even as I speak today, there's a soccer competition going on. I'm only not going there to watch because of this show. At this moment, if you go to the place, at every given time, from starting 8 a.m. in the morning, every 12, 8, 10, 12, 2 to 4, you get 64 teams playing starting 8 o'clock. So that's what I'm exposed to. That's what me use for see. Now, I believe, starting from the minister to whether they run the system back home. Now, I don't want people to think I'm campaigning for a position. No, I just want to let people understand what exposure means. So me don't see facility where 32 field day. I don't see facilities there where 64 teams they play at the same time. I know what in competition means. I know what it means. In addition to that, the idea, we all get to be very grateful to Sierra Leone national team for the victory on Friday, because every country need people, a set of people who go do things in the name of the country for raise with spirit. Now, particularly when an international competition. So there is not a single Sierra Leonean who will know about this game, who are not proud. Now, I watched the game. I watched the entirety of the game. Now, the talent is there without a doubt. Then get the talent. All the goals for Australians score were very impressive. We call unlucky goals, then walk their way into scoring those goals, not to their lucky kind of goals. But here is what you may find out. And this is not the problem. First of all, we talk about this financial system. It don't tell what is to go on in Sierra Leone. It'll go on with the Olympic teams them, we'll get Olympic, the athletic teams them, same thing. You talk to anybody who will be the run or do high jump, or do throw javelin for Australia, then go tell you, say, once they come abroad, money not do. They're not getting the stipend where they're supposed to get. Well, an athlete for them in the best of spirit for optimum performance. So if waiting he thinks he is entitled to is not even being given that, how do you expect this man for perform at his best? Now, the other thing where the Olympic teams them, as well as soccer team, they complain about, you get officials them, where they go then games here, just as many, sometimes even more than the number of athletes them, where they go. These are practices they will need for stop. And again, when we talk about corruption in Australia, we're all the time to focus on ministers or politicians or parliamentarians. But corruption does become part of the way of life, and we all condemn them. And like where somebody they say, for thief not good, or for go broke, and people lose, but everybody to practice them. Well, you're not going to stop. You see, so at this level, we need for begin get some interest in national pride. This is what I keep saying to people. If you care about Australian, if you love Australian, if you take pride for being Australian, like me, I get a lot of good Nigerian friends. Good Nigerian friends. I get Nigerian clients. I call a few of them, I joke with them. And they don't mind me teasing them for say, you see, how good would that be? This and that. So waiting me to try for say is simple. The player, Kai Kamara, they are going to have problem with him because he use a better standard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just like me. If me go Australian, I want for do what you had to do. I could complain all the time about inconveniences where the conveniences they want to use now, we're not in Australian. You know, and then I go be forced for speak out for say, we can improve the system. The unfortunate side of it, the one that will get the power for improve the system, that the one that will not get the exposure. So they're not going to ever relate to what you to talk. But they're not going to ever join you for improve the system because, first of all, there is this deep sense of insecurity. You know? So Kai Kamara, if you don't use standards in America, in England, or other country, in fact, it could do a disservice to Australia. If you go there, just go along. When you see say they're not to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of things we need to do. First of all, I look at the uniforms, what the guys can wear yesterday. I can tell. Every Australian player, Italic for say they just pulled in a pool and put it in the field. They were dripping with sweat. I mean, they were really dripping. Go back and look at the video. Mm-hmm. Then look at the video, look at the Nigerian players there. They too were sweating, but you're not going to see sweat on the uniform. Now, the problem is we get inferior quality uniform. Nigeria, they get Nike, special made, this, that, and everything. We sometimes are less quality material we use per the uniform. And all under they affect the player, because if you just drip in water, like for say, and just pull you in a pool, all that they slow you down, it affects your ability for performance. All of that. So something that's simple as it may look. And when I look at the game, I say, gosh, now Australia need to get the best quality. These are not expensive things for a country. Then for putting order, specially made, custom made for players them. Give them the best of everything. The best of soccer shoes, the best of accommodation. And above all, don't take part of the money where they say now for them. And forget it. Because if you don't use for playing in England, and then your national pride want for let you play for Salone, also they no use for give you $100,000 or pounds, then Australian begin give you stipend like 2,000 pounds. You go say, what is this? So we know the say Australian for give you 100,000. But you got to be proportionate in your thinking, depending on the quality of the players. Mm-hmm. Now, you see, you're not going to be a big country like England or all in country and they for be able to perform well. I can give an example by Olympics. Take Jamaica, now predominantly black country, small country. Yet the country where America is afraid, where it can't Olympics, then relay, then 100,
yeah, 100, 200 meters.
Then 200 meters, 440. Now Jamaica.
Yeah.
Small black country. Okay. The reason being, number one, the Jamaican athletes, a lot of them, they attend school now, so they get better facility for training. But because of national pride, then they play and then they run for the country, and then they put on a good show. If Jamaica can win, if they can win gold medals, silver medal, bronze medal, we have no excuse for say because we're Australian within Africa, we cannot win medals. And at the same we're all the same black people. Yeah. The only difference is we are trained. We not put American man can say we not put money where our mouth is. That's all there is.
Yeah. That's true. And it's so refreshing for see with team they come from behind and winning, and it gives us hope. It gives we the people hope. Say we can all do this together. This is like we are from the behind where they been. If only we can work together and pull together and get focused, we can do wonderful things. And that is what the spirit of sport brings out in people, because we all. Either what team we support, we all do. Healthy competition. We go out there, we enjoy the thing, and Sierra Leone has done it. But the services and the conditions and little John, I don't know if you did at the phone, sir. John.
Immediately.
Okay. If John then at the phone, he tell me a story the other day where he been talk on this soccer thing. He said one time like when they practice. Where una get for fend food for una self. Even the Leon stand up and they give them food for eat. He said there was a guy there, like, he cannot go trust. John, you don't come, I see you don't come. I want to tell you this story of that guy where he say can go trust food. So whether they can pick the team now, waiting the guy they say, Mr. Minister, sir, or Mr. whatever, you get for pick me, because what you do, I don't owe beaucoup money for trust, for just can't you get for spend money for yourself for eat. So John, I don't know if you're able to give us story there.
No. You hear me?
Yes. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. No, that not long, and that not junior. Since we did. That didn't be junior, not be even play the senior leagues.
Okay.
Now one bobo, one friend we call him Fufunye. Him be they play for Republicans, but himself been there at the junior Leon Stars, the junior national team. Like I said, then we from the travel go somewhere. We they go practice. You go practice. Now then they pick the selection where they travel, where they go, and where you they travel, now you will get some money, the travel allowance, the per diem. All that practice where they go practice every day, within them they give you money for that too. Now if you they travel, they will give you travel allowance. So Fufunye, every day they go travel in the morning and afternoon. The day where then they do the selection now for the people where they travel, they not select and they not call them. So the minister I talk to, and the minister I say what talk to, he explained to her, say every day where they can practice, he get one maminia to the week in the trust cookery for okay every day. So now this morning we don't have up see we then get for go pay the mommy. You see all that thing.
Provide food for
and this now this is not to say that anyway to now the national team Leon Star, junior Leon Star.
Right. But they provide food for una then day.
Yeah, well, then and they will not be in a camp or not. With all man the common and you go practice. Will not be in a camp. So now that make I guess me they trust food for camp. But at least anyway, you don't come off farm and not gets better. for long, gets bedside. I mean, I don't know. By God in power, it will change one day.
Yeah, go change one day, but waiting before we let you go. I'm not sure you go, you want to do about rotation, keep away, what they call. Waiting at the team where you go tell the people they're now they're in charge. Because like Mazola has been part of this suffering before. And then continue for put the people in a substandard, then people had a sacrifice, then get the potential, but then therefore thrive in good environment, good allowance, good waiting and call. What do you want to tell them if you been be the head or the deputy head of Slaffa, now you're in charge of them player, now you not the coach, now you not the something, because you're not sure you get the potential for do that because you get so much of that. But what's in you go tell them, what's in your advice to the people out them for let them boboya and their young man they are able for go more, let them bring more wins to Sierra Leone. Waiting for change, waiting then get for change before we let you go.
Valima, if I tell you something, the way they say Mazola, this, that, the one the way they did, they know exactly waiting for them. They know exactly saying for take care of them, Boboya. Take care of them. Because Mazola self, he may go play professional, he may go in Egypt or Abidjan or somewhere. Yeah, he know. He made them just do the right thing, take care of them. But because them boy are when they play now, really, now for chance for go abroad though. Because now they then go feel say them go, the best go follow them and this. Yeah. And then go next now Salone and born and waiting and go. But all that play they now for go abroad, for go, get them better one. So if Salone, if they know exactly if they begin teach them boy do waiting for do them players are na different countries, they're not so extraordinary person them. Them boys na Salone can play the same way can challenge any waiting and call. But they know waiting for do.
Little John, let's stop you for a second. One of the viewers, right? One of the viewers, my dear Fadima, he will do the same thing or even worse. They say if you self go there, you go do the same thing or even worse. I think that the person is trying to say. What you go say to that person? They flourish.
I go say it can send it to you once.
Exactly.
But what you say. Waiting will get a right. Now somebody will go there and do the right thing. I guess he might be right. See me go do the same thing or whatever, but somebody will go do the right thing. They know exactly what thing for do. We know the right thing. How for take care of them, boy, give them what thing they want. I don't know why he say me go do the same thing. Let you know.
Well, when I two get the same last name, now Johnson and Johnson, Flourish Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson. So now you fumble something.
We go do the same thing. Yeah. I guess now because everybody else don't do the same thing.
Yeah. But I know say not a job where you go want, not a responsibility where you go want, but I know say you go do a
no, I don't mind, that I don't mind. But then job then they just they go get her so no more, you get forget merit then whatever. Forget that. But not that's for do. But who of them know exactly what thing for do. No, but for just do the right thing, take care of what you get for take care. Look, we play 1-0 Zone 2 competition at Salone, 1-0 Zone 2 competition. At the end of the competition, then we I guess we can second. We can second at the competition.
I remember that game day.
Yeah, then give each person 120 leons. 120 leons. The national
second at the region, but then give 120 leons each. The national
each person. That the national team. I mean, you don't see who the panda. You know, they don't really chip on that.
Well, we appreciate you for your time, Mr. Johnson. We appreciate you when you come. I know say you get other thing for do, but thank you. And I don't know if Mr. Shillong get any other thing for talk on the soccer, but yeah, we need for change. We need for the people then they there for do the right thing, for let we play and strive. I know say Mr. Johnson, before you go, I know say you been come on a scholarship where you play football na America University na Concordia na New York. And I know say but before after the zone 2 or before the zone 2, una been go Germany. And I know say like they been kind of then and they people they not be they go out much. On a player, the Salone player, they know they go out much and I experience them. When I not been comfortable with oversee them 10 and day. Where they say, okay, we want una dena yalo, una stay, we want you, we want Dande, one Dande, but una be turn them down because Salone. What have been the reason why? Can you just give us that one part? Because now about that, like how you say, they want to go out. They want to go out because they go get more money. But long term, even though with the condition they're not been good, so but una be still one day na Salone. What have been the reason? Because I know say kind of couple of them, una don't go out, they don't look you, they don't mark you, but you did not want to go out there. Then after una left for car maker, una own time left for car maker after the 80, 85, 86, then they begin go now. But waiting we make una not be one go then 10
Well, anyway, now the how Salone and they thy farm been go, but every weekend thy farm be na free so. If we go Abidjan, as weekend car, don't buy tickets now. Say the country really be if for left for can travel self the homesick, they run for camp. Even self na Salone, then be get some Liberians they want them can talk to you remember Ben Motsi.
Yeah.
Oh, we all military. Yeah, they can introduce some people and so me. When we come on Liberia once and now just talk to them waiting and then talk to them, they go, no they go far. Senegal safe, that zone 2 play the one Senegal referee is they talk for waiting. All then talk then they not go far because then Salone and they I asked for left. Will not be the member safe for. Well anyway. We pray God, we go reach some side, especially look Nigeria. Nigeria na big team. This result too waiting and call. So if we make we organizers them, we people the way they run waiting and call really pay attention. Now eye opening this. Now Nigeria team, now we bobo their way for how long, against not together, not in the waiting, but they're able to tie that game day with Nigeria. So now like eye opening and for really try for pay good attention to them, boy. For real. Look and the team the way will not be the Boku don't go way past out and get them Togo then get him there. We don't go World Cup safe. We won't be the anyway.
Won't have been a beat first them. Won't have been a beat first them.
Yeah. Where they don't go and still will get the talents, then they come up. Still will get them. Because me them I know boku they will not even get chance for playing at stadium safe. We will be the play out now the streets then first. We not make them to stadium. Say the one that we make them to stadium. Say now we get talents the way they now we administration no more if we get chance for fix that part day. Man, we will go everywhere.
That's good hope. That's news. That's good hope. Mr. Sheila, any last word before John or you get any last word?
Well,
just go to the next.
Just one or two things. Number one, the caller we call say if Mr. Johnson get the same position, he will do the same thing. Then that caller there, I'm sorry to say, he not get faith in the human spirit because it seems to me it already concludes, say,
see all man they talk anything.
we are all incapable of doing good, that we are all taken over by wrong, by evil. So none of we not get the capability. I urge that caller, let it please get a little hope in the human spirit. There are still good people. There are people with national pride. There are people who can look at a country and want to do the right thing. And so I'm not in agreement. I would like call a day for just prejudge somebody and say whoever. So because basically that call a day they say, well, we don't have for hear all of that because you go do the same thing. What this pessimistic, them failing mentality, they not good for we. So I go urge this caller.
Some people they know everything.
I go urge them to say in the future, try for listen to watching people in this year, and because we want to go forward, everything that is being said. I mean, I call a day in comment not help Salone, and not go help the team, and not go promote national and pride. Because in that belief say if INSESF get a job there, it go do what you see. So it's so let it rethink in position. That's one. Two, it's a shame and it's an insult that the national team go win can second in an international tournament, then give them 120 leons. I mean that's an insult. You see, these are the things. It will therefore invest where investment is necessary. We can't be doing all in shall because a lot of the people that were in charge of the interior, they've never done anything for the country. They've only done things for themselves. So now we get people who will bring the country name up. All we need for do now for lift them up. Because instead, what did it take for lift them up? We say would pull them from under them. So these are some of the things. National pride matter. One example I can give. Another try for make an assessment of the Liberian political situation. Well, we all know say the current president of Liberia was one time a world-class player and was the best under the world in the wing wave they play. And he made millions. And he was a man who never even went that much in school. Now, a guy way in background, he born at them, Bay Area kind of the areas, Monrovia. That was his background. But God help him, he make all this phenomena money. What did he do? When the war go on in Liberia, he was so much interested in the country and the soccer team. He single-handedly moved the entire Liberian national team to Ivory Coast and take over them and finance them all through for them participate in the African Cup of Nations. Okay? That's the reason why the people, he was a hero. So now, I'm not to comment on in politics now, but he became president because the people then feel say they owe on that. When Liberia get out of the war, when politics come in, the people wanted him because he was a national hero. Not only was he a footballer, but he take upon himself and finance the entire Liberian national team, move them out of the country, train them, do everything. Now Australia gets people like that. I remember when I was growing up, the Kenema, they get the Demba Arch them. Now Freetown, you get the
yeah, I know that. I know Demba Arch. Yeah. I'll tell them.
In fact, as a matter of fact, you might even know, I don't know if you know Abdul Rahim, who will play for Eastern Lion. One of he did North Carolina also.
Yeah.
So, but the potential is there. I mean, we need for just give them what it takes. And like you say, for tie with Nigeria, it's a big deal. Nigeria is a country. Tying with Nigeria is not like where you tie with Liberia or Ivory Coast. Yeah. Okay, Nigeria.
And they World Cup all thing.
Exactly. And and we're capable for go World Cup. If we just
we don't overdue. Well,
so that's
we don't overdue.
I mean, there are many more things I can say, but I think I've said enough.
So John, last one before you go. I know say Mohamed Kalon get and Coach Sasso and all the other old player them and whatever. I mean, it can bring on a can together. I get a show where they do for try for promote Sierra Leone football. Kind of a little bit waiting the organization they about and waiting they try for do. I think they try for raise fund for try for help for sponsor them football at the day inside Freetown or waiting.
Yeah. No, say Calon himself again team. But anyway, yeah, big respect go to the body. Calon, that man, he really they do well. They try for do well, for that country. And then in group then they them about themselves. So that Calon one I don't know name then I show. I like them all and really they talk, they do. Then that age group they them about and they then really they into if anything not go, I believe say through that group they the way then they push, Salone will be different in soccer because they want it then real. Them over there they look real. They look real. They for try for do something.
Bring the change. Bring the change.
Yeah, for bring something because the situation is like it not be they move nowhere. But anyway, I believe say because me and she me not plumber.
Yeah.
Plumber now. I don't, but they really, then they encourage a lot of things then. But because this soccer, football, now we love, we love a day in we. Say go, a day in we.
Mm-hmm.
But, in the future, I believe say things will change. The way what they see so.
Okay.
I believe say things will change.
Well,
I got the power.
Well, that was the voice of Mr. John Johnson, aka Little John, former player of Leon Stars and Eastern Lions fame. So Little John Johnson, we tell you,
aka Little John / Big John.
/
John big now.
Chidozi. I forget for call the word. But thank you so much. We appreciate you for giving us kind of insight on waiting then and now of the Sierra Leone Football Association. And we say kudos again to William Star. We salute you now.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
Celebration, we will continue for celebrate. This is what sport does. So we get a view here where they write on things. Say we get for the government needs to and that Lovett PS Andrew say the government need to invest in sports. They need to take politics out of sports. Yeah,
you see like.
And we should appoint people that don't have no relatives or all people accountable for waiting and calling. We have those kind of things. So what do you have for say just now?
No, I say like this, but this Kai Kamara way, then they go make statements against because what he talk and this that. If like what he talk so. Then before take her into consideration and try for fix that next step. Don't so for begin make plabber and waiting this that because if he complain or waiting and call a legitimate complaint, fix that. That's waiting and just fix that. No being plabber there or waiting and call. But anyway.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Little John Johnson, Big John Johnson, Chidozi, Leon Star, and Easter Lions. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Mr. Shilon.
Yes,
we don't come to another thing. We don't end it that day. We want to come to another one. We don't celebrate. Let we talk on something where they're at the ground right now. We see you talk on priorities of life. We therefore make priorities. We therefore know what to they prioritize. We see the president then don't go do lay a ton of ground, lay a brick for begin and show say this is not the beginning of the extension of we airport, we national airport. And they say they want for extend them, and the money for that will cost 270 million. And in anything like life, you go get some people who go gladdy, you go get some people who know they gladdy. But what are they gladdy for? Is it because now politics, one play just politics, or what you know, they make noise, or we they oppose because we just want to make politics, or are we opposing because when we look at them, the advantage and the disadvantages, them, we they say we get for prioritize things in life, in everything we do, and anything get for happen. We know say Sierra Leone a country we get boku needs, boku thing then they what we need for fix. But the airport extension back now growth for Sierra Leone. So we get on either side, people are saying we don't need it. People then talk on the last contract where the previous government been come up with say, let them build a new airport, let them build a whatever. Now this president don't can say, then cancel down there, we don't want down there, we want to extend the airport. Now the question be, not all if they do or not, because we are not comparing the two. But what if they try for Dunaya, do we really need it? Is it really necessary? What in the money when they pay for Bilam? How we get for repay the loan? Is it our money or is it the people the money they when they can lend to it? And is it a priority right now? It will increase we earnings. It will bring more money if they extend the airport. Will it be a hub? Usai other plane, then big plane, then going to come 20, 30 plane for day? Those are the questions now we need for us. We don't need for talk again, but would we don't cancel, waiting not cancel? Because if you do that, sometimes people say they play politics here, they play politics here. It's not about politics now. It is about the deal is trying to go through. They don't pass on through parliament. We don't know if they don't go through parliament. We don't know if the government don't begin the government not tell we do we need a referendum where they go put and they say let the people and choose yes or no if they want this extension of the airport. These are all the things that we want to ask today, and we want to make una join in at the conversation with people them una join with the conversation because we want to know, because this deal here as we understand that PPP. And just like how them be say about the bridge and all that kind of talk there, that PPP, that private-public partnership thing. And when the person come, he can put him on in and therefore get in charge of him. We get on Texas. We get a toll, we get some toll, and they went at the government in toll. I get disabled veteran card. When I go through the toll there when a government toll, I know they pay. But if I go the toll there when a private company they bid until they pay Texas done, until they get the money back before Texas own the toll. So therefore, if I go under them, if I go through them toll, then they send me a bill in the mail I get to pay for it. So because not a government, they're waiting and call them, and then one of the benefits of being a veteran in America, you know. So I get a disabled veteran tag, so I do not pay those kind of things, and a lot of things I don't pay for because of that. But Mr. Shillon, sir, we don't see the airport. It is a big improvement. We want for growth. We want development. We want infrastructures. We want good quality life. We want good education. We want good roads. We want good school. We want good healthcare. We want jobs. We want the private sector for thrive and people that live for be lively. We want the middle class back. And we don't go put the extension of the airport. We see the celebration, but the question becomes, what's in the benefits and what's in the advantages and disadvantages? Do we really need it right now? Or yes, we do need it. What do we need right now? So, Mr. Shillon, sir, I pass on to you.
Okay. We on another show, there was a member of parliament by the name of, I believe, Alusain Kagbo. Abdul Kagbo. Abdul Kagbo.
Yes.
When at the MP for
077
constituency. Okay. So he say they now go through the process, wait them for go through for do this expansion, that it was not brought and debated in a parliament, and So, and then he, as member of parliament, was not involved in any kind of arrangement, discussion, planning, or none of the sorts. So some of we wonder, say, well, why would that be the case? But here is my take. I think we'll be wrong for compare the Mamama project with the Lungi expansion project. I think the Lungi airport project, the expansion, what they talk about, I seem to be in favor of for different reasons. Because I had to compare the two with Mamama, one in an expansion, one a brand new. I had to compare the two. But as far as I know, every projections where you the GIP and then like road construction, most of the projections they're now purely estimates. You say, well, based upon the best calculation, this stretch of road will cost 10 million, but it may end up costing 20 million. So even when we talk about, say, Mamama 350 million, it doesn't mean to the exact penny. The odds are it will cost more than it will cost less. You know, so from that standpoint, it may be wise, and I have no reason to question the government. Now, this is not the reason why I will go to the next step. It may be wise that expansion may be better than building a new airport, and maybe upgrading the airport can mean a whole lot. It will create an employment base, get more people employed. It will increase the flow of air traffic into the country, way from which will increase the revenue where the airports they get right now. There are a lot of advantages that we can anticipate, but I don't get enough facts for back we up. The reality of the situation is that regardless of what in government to go with, because I think, say, if we build international airport in Mamama and left Lungi, then what else is there for Lungi? There is nothing to sustain that economy there, and it's part of the country. So people they talk about bridge. I don't want to get into this bridge thing, but we don't have to have bridge right now. We can get top-notch ferries there.
Yes.
And, you know, safe, bigger ferries them, more ferries them. We can transport people and vehicles back and forth. Until such time, we're not to say we don't need the bridge. We need the bridge. But until such time that we can afford the bridge. The other thing about the bridge, when we talk about Lungi Bridge, people get in mind a bridge from Lungi all the way to Tagreen or all the way to Aberdeen or all the way to
government
WAF. But no, because that wouldn't make any sense. To build a bridge, you got to be inside the gap narrower. So you got to go further inland, all the way to about Hastings area to do a shorter and dependable bridge. We will take transport into Lungi. The trouble when we see a minute to engineer, and based upon what you may see in developed countries there. If you want to put a first-class international airport in Mamama, it's not enough to just build the airport. Freetown being the capital will have to increase the lanes them. We'll therefore get at least a 6-lane highway, with no vehicles parking on the side from Freetown to Mamama, because there's always a rush going to the airport. So, you know, the current capacity of the roads them will not serve a brand new airport, because you know go on travel where you reach Kleintown, so tell you to come out central, traffic block. No, so constructing a new airport will have to take into account access from Freetown all the way there. So that another thing about it, let's talk about the airport. Now, whereas Lungi, in terms of transportation, just get 4, 5, 6 more ferries.
Good ferries. 30 minutes. 20 minutes.
And the people can afford them. And we're not going to forget this long-term generational debt for pay for a bridge at this stage. Maybe another upcoming generation, it will be their own time for move from ferry to bridge. Everything take time. But if we get new ferries, we improve the airport in Lungi, that's a giant step in the right direction. That will be progress. And
also, Mr. Shillong, sir, before you go further, I hear some people where but some group there where they talk say to build an airport, you get for the near water, especially them big airport, they bring them jumbo jet, because for takeoff and landing, most airports in the world are close to water. So to that mama day, one of the reasons I've been hearing people people and they talk on them discuss on say they not get that water there, and it not go be that thing we go attract too many plane them for the come, because the area no gets that the condition the way they waiting. And also another thing that I heard, because of the American embassy and the British commission them, then they talk of security, because this is sponsored by China. We know say even though the Cold War end, but we know there is rivalry between everybody is scrambling for Africa, and when Chinese they will come, then get what they call, then they get piece of that, because if we're not able to pay 14 them, Chinese they will see other African countries right now where Chinese they own, because they're not able to pay the loan they went and they're Westman country, they can write your loan off, they can forgive your loan, but China they will come take part of your land, be part of you and all that. So that is another reason I heard that now make them they say kind of thing, but it's not confirmed, it's just through the social media, because this is a social media review, waiting with the arena social media, now we can, I can talk on. So this is what they say was another reason why they're not waiting and call. But like say, we're not a compare right now, we just want to see, is it beneficial to we right now? Waiting will make for we attract. Because we know say that they talk about they want to attract people for come, they want to attract tourism, they want to attract, and one of the way them at the airport. The airport is the eye to the country. But I say, like how you say, let's put some more ferries out there. Let us build, the airport we go bring. We lower the taxes, because with taxes are very high. Because you go other country where you they come, that they all they describe people they not for come. Because you airport tax, you fee so high. Because the tickets you tell you buy $800, you pay $800 tax. I mean, where if you go Jamaica, you pay $200 tax. If you go Ghana, you pay $300 tax. When you come into Sierra Leone, I'm just throwing out numbers there, not so exactly, but you look your ticket, you say half of the money goes to airport tax, for that kind of stuff that they. So go ahead, sir, with your conversation. We just want.
Well, those are some of the things in Sierra Leone who still don't get it. When you get country like Senegal that are far ahead of us in every sphere, then the charges, the entry and landing and all this kind of thing costs much less. Senegal, even where you hold American citizenship, you not get to take visa for go there. There is a reason for that. Sierra Leone, we just want every penny. We not to look at the long run, because when you waive visa for American and European visitors, including Sierra Leoneans who hold European citizenship, Canadian citizenship, American citizenship, these people bring into the country dollars. So by cutting down this restriction about visa, and to me the most ridiculous thing that where you see a Sierra Leonean, just because he's an American citizen, they say forget a visa for going to Sierra Leone. It makes no sense. We get for land for streamline things then for use from common sense. Because the more that Sierra Leonean they come, the more you inject dollar into the Sierra Leonean economy, and the better it is for the country. Why that extra $200 a day when I want for take them from people then? I see nothing wrong if somebody, an American citizen, a Lungi, well, first like I say, most countries do not even require visa. You just get for show your citizenship and you come into the country and you get 90 days automatic stay. Well, for look at them trend and they foresee how beneficial it is. Not to everything we get for charge for. Sometimes just allowing people to come in, it's like a shopping center. Imagine if you pay for going to a shopping center for parking at the parking lot, and then say if you get for buy something where you go in. Just imagine, and then take a shopping center where it don't matter if you can't buy, it don't matter if you can't browse, you just come in for free, you're not going to pay for parking, go through, and who is more likely for sale? Which shopping center is more likely for make more money? Now the one where they allow people and for coming without restriction, And the same thing with Sierra Leone. Let me relax the rules, the fees. You're not going to make them up elsewhere. So with policymakers and back home, I don't know what kind of exposure they get, but they put Sierra Leone at a disadvantage in a lot of things. So with respect to the airport, well, the uptick, the airport, now the first glance of how a country look when somebody arrives in Sierra Leone. Yeah. It's up to us if we want to make it look like other international airports then, or we want to make it look like a country that we're not worth anything. So the look matter. Like I can always tell people and say, also, we need more American investment in Salone. The fact of the matter is, anybody we're going to any country, you don't see any indication of American investment. You don't see a Burger King, you don't see a McDonald's, you don't see a Hilton, you don't see a Marriott. That country has not arrived. Because every country forget that. Why? When you go, let's say you go to Sierra Leone, you see a Marriott, you see a Hilton, you see one or two of those. It puts even you, the Sierra Leonean, mind to rest.
At ease, yeah.
At ease. And then the international community, the Englishman, the German, the Frenchman, they're familiar with the hotels there. Yeah. They will say, oh, yeah, this looks like a country where I can visit time and time.
Yeah.
But we don't think that way. We just depend, we use a small way of looking at things. So instead of we invite then internationally renowned names there, we will bring other people there. Because when people want to visit, we will talk about tourism. First thing they look, then they Google for see who's internationally known hotel there in Sierra Leone. Then when they don't see that now, then look for the second choice. The local names them. Now I'm not getting anything wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong with local names. They can compete. Well, I'm just simply saying, if we really want to get on the world stage, it's not always the Bintumani and the Mamioko. You can't forget the Bintumani and the Mamioko. They always
get Radisson, Mamioko. Don't be Radisson.
Yeah, I see they get now Radisson Blue.
Yeah,
but for a whole country, one is not enough. We get Bo, we get McKinney, we get Kenema. These are all major areas. Even Freetown can get another Hilton. Freetown can get, because you see, this is the thing also. We always need to look at the trend. Take, for instance, like one old Freetown, we get one library. Does that make any sense? The whole capital city, one library? Well, you get every small town like Aberdeen, Moritong, Lumley, they all get libraries. So why would things say we're a mediocrity and forbid the standard of the day? I do not understand. You see, and the one library will get, if I'm not mistaken, and I stand corrected, not to British High Commission Library, will not even think say even necessary.
Yeah.
You see, so it's the same mentality. The same mentality. To this day, we believe, say, because we're Africans, schools do not forget air conditioning. Because African schools do. Buses where people on the right, not for what's mind to make the bus with air conditioning. What we want to buy the bus will say, hey, sell the one who not get air conditioning, even though country hot. Why? Because our African people, they don't deserve that comfort today. These are all the kind of mentality we get for stray away from. Let we begin, because if we don't lift ourselves up, who else will lift we? Then we begin to say the white man to look down on we. Well, we don't look down on we self too. You see?
Well, to the point of you've been talking on the Senegal, and I say to the condolences to the Rollins family, because Jerry Rollins died. One of the people them way begin the wheel of Ghana for turn to Usai Ghana they like today, so may soul rest in peace. Because it was one of the people I admired. Say I was flying in. I been get one video where say they fly up a plane, and when I see the conditions of the people. And I said, this must change. And that is the kind of heart we want people to forget where they change the country, change for the better. Sometimes we don't have to score political points, but we get for change, for improve the people in life, and the people will run to you don't even get for run to the people. Because he overthrew the government. He say he hand over power back, but he say they do what he wants. He go again, he overthrow again, he take over and he begin puts people to work, and that was one of the change. But then to come to Senegal and and Mali and all the other French West African, they under, even though they get what's in a call, but they still get influence of the French. The French still there with them. So that's why they thriving. And they say we don't independence. It's coming on 60 years in April. 60 years of independence, but yet we're still going back to beg. We're still going back to ask for help. So why can we not partner? Because with the whites, women gets we before, not to be slaves, but to walk side and side and be a partner. Maybe we go before, because it looks like we cannot do nothing for ourselves. It's just like you need a car right now. You get an old car, the old car, the function, it work and all that kind of thing in it. Then you just get money because you get money, or because somebody can give you money. You want to go buy something new, but yet you rent for pay, you get for buy medication for your kid, you get for pay this, you get for pay that, and the list goes on of your things that are there. But your priority say, because I want car right now, and the car where you get go last you another 6 months or 1 year. So why do you have to buy a car now when you can wait another year and take care of the needs, the immediate need now, where your family not go perish or your family not go die about? You know, so sometimes that is the thing. Why is it a priority? Yes, we want good airports. Yes, we want things. But then what comes with it? What comes with the airport? The road, they're not good. We have people that charge $40 a head for one round on a sea coach and all the other ride there. Then small boats. But yet the road from the airport to the sea coach, it is so, you get whiplash. It's not even 2 miles. But why can't the people that were there in charge say, okay, una they get money out of this thing, so una say put together and make this road for let the people, because you can't want the bad experience, you know, and go again. And we where they go because we love we country, but the people that come who want to go there and all that inconvenience, when they don't come on a comfortable place, it go inconvenience. So the surrounding get for make, the lights get for make, it get but who work for do. Do we have all that money right now? Do we want to do it right now, or do we do it in bits, or we just take one big leap and let everything else thing? And then with the pricing, and also we've been talk on that day at the back, the pricing with the PPP, the people that therefore take all the money first. So it's Sierra Leone, that money revenue whether they get from the airport, it get for go to the people that would loan with the money, or the government, because if them people then they take all the money until they gets the money back, then also will pull revenue for subsidize for them thing the way that airports them in they pay for. So all them thing then they into waiting a call. So Mr. Shilola, pass them back to you.
Yeah.
And the phone lines are open with people if you want to join the conversation. The phone lines are open.
Me understanding about the process, because I think it could be a mistake if it happened the way people in the think them.
Mm-hmm.
The airport gets income where they come in now.
Mm-hmm.
They get revenue, not to income where they come in now. That revenue, the fear is if this company come in and expand and improve the airport, that revenue they go stop.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily so. There are two ways you get for look at that. They the negotiation. You see, all in the world today, there are people who specialize for anything, even in negotiations. Sierra Leone get for land that. You know, because you're not a lawyer, now give you the skills. You just study negotiation and get degree in them. So there are people who have expertise in the international negotiation, you know, and those kind of things. So now, let's say, for example, this for example's sake, currently, the airport, they bring in, let us say, $10 million a year. As it is, it will be unreasonable to assume that when this company, they come, they improve them, they expand them, they will have no plan as to why if the airport they make 10 million, why they will do all the improvements they now project and try for, say, for this improvement, this airport will move from 10 million to 50 million. If they not get that in mind, then the improvement not worth it. Because the only reason, well, like anything else in life, if you improve something, the price will go up, and if the value for be more.
Value for go up of the property and more.
So I will assume that basic common sense, let alone skill in negotiation, for lead with or belief say, it go improve the revenue base of the airport, therefore Lungi, than a one. So it not going to be the same money way the airport they make now. Then the next question is, if the airport begin to make 50 million as opposed to the 10 million, it's a matter of negotiation. When we can invest in the money, it's clear the country needs some of that money in taxation and other kind of means. So now it's clear, say, okay, out of this 50 million, what they bring in, what this expansion they bring in, how much they go to now for what we owe? It can't be all the 50 million, and not going to make sense. They will get for be, okay.
Because they never continue the business as usual. Continue.
And the area therefore benefits from it, but in a variety of ways, improving the infrastructure of the area, like you say, like the roads. If not the council therefore improve the roads from the airport to the ferry, so they need some revenue for do all that in there. So that 50 million days, so then this new company go say, well, we want 50%.
Yeah.
Then we forget we don't expert them. We understand something about international negotiation. We understand negotiation at that level there. With solid international accounting firms them, we go make a projection for tell we say, yes, we can live with that, or no, we can't live with that. We cannot rely on the negotiating skills of members of parliament or some just ordinary lawyers in Australia, which is what we do. We not try to get the qualified people and for do stuff. Maybe because we don't want people to see what's going to happen. But if we do it that way, Lungi go benefit. The company go benefit, where they invest the money, then go get the money in return. Because Lungi not get for come up, not the Australian government get for come up with money up front, which is good. Because no, not forget, say it's a physical structure. Once they build out, they can't take up. So now we get them. Now we showcase. So all that good for we. They go employ more people. More people then go live over under. Houses will be built. So the way you do it in actual structural planning, for expand the airport no more. The city council na Lungi for even in anticipation of that begin for get area demarcated as commercial area, residential area, school zone, but the lack of expertise in Australia sometimes just runs me crazy. Because otherwise, everybody will kind of begin billows everywhere. They go billows state and billows on top of the ferry. Because this is how silly we've got to.
Yeah. And my sister here, Swad Basun, I talk on the people there where own then sea coach and the other ferry them, then Lily boats them where they kill people then go. When they charge we for go and come $80, which is 800,000. For cost $40 one way. I say, then FK for make the road. Yeah, he said that they pay taxes too. I hear you, my sister, they do pay taxes. But there are things then back where they can give back to the community. Walmart, Naya, where we get one of the biggest chain where they all over the country, then they give back to the community. Businesses give back to their community. So that 2-mile road where they go fix so that you customer them, you passenger them, go there comfortably or ride comfortably without being whiplash. I'm telling you, this is how the road go. You never go book. Before you make up whiplash, you body the arts, you this there. So if they can fix that road, they're giving back. It's like giving back. They're not going to just take. Then therefore give back to the community. And one of the way for give back is for fix that less than 2-mile road from the airport down the road for go get the river to the boat. So now down there I talk to my sister. It is not that they don't pay taxes, but they can give back to community too. That is all that development for the nation.
That's the point here. The point where people don't understand when they say that they pay taxes, they are all forms of taxes. There again will go into. There are a lot of people who specialize in taxation. We can't move a modern day government without specialists. It's not enough. You get PhD in English, you get PhD in physics, you go be negotiator. They go eat you alive. Not till you feel that one day. They go eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let us stop putting this fake mentality out there for say, because you learn book, you know it all. You don't.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of people who get PhD. If they put you in the wrong way, you are grossly incompetent. You are not competent. You get a master's degree in the wrong field, you are incompetent. You might write good English. Chinese man not sabi write good English. English and Russians, they don't write English. But they didn't at the international stage. Japanese, Koreans. So all this superficial mentality we'll get, oh, this person can speak English well. This person, that doesn't mean a dime. It don't even mean anything. You know, what matters now the content now you aid and your foreseeability, how much foresight you get. You know, these are the things. So we are totally misguided in a lot of things. So for certain people that they pay taxes, what is it just taxes on income? That's it? Are they paying any road tax? Do we have road tax system? I don't know. We'll forget, we'll get road tax, we'll get gasoline tax, we'll get all kind of tax. These countries are not where they are just out of thin air. Then little taxation here and there. Hotel tax, city tax, property tax.
Everywhere you go, you pay tax.
Yeah.
Even when we travel, when you go to resort areas, you pay taxes.
Yeah, you get sales tax.
You never forget the tax. You never pay that tax there. You never pay
not enough.
And it's like so many taxes because that's what runs the country. That's what makes. So sometimes, you know, Salone, one grand tax number they pay, but then what about the other ones? You know, we're not.
And the reason why that they may not be that explosive in the city. When we say the city of Freetown, therefore rely on the central government for certain revenue. No, they don't. I mean, they forget a certain tax base below which they cannot operate. They need experts. They need people who have degree in town planning, in town management, in all these things. They need these kinds of people. Mr. President, Madam Mayor, all the bookmen they want to get around Una, some of them may be doing a good job. But the reality is, if I were young enough to have been holding a position, I would not even hesitate to put a team together of people that will know past me. Yeah. Who am I? Who is anybody for things that you know more than anybody else? You know,
that's what good leadership has variety of people. So you cannot put yourself around everybody who think like you. You therefore think about people that think opposite way. You cannot put all the time people that will think because you will not grow because you all have the same mentality and idea. Good leadership, you for able for mix people. They all bring different ideas from different places and when I put in the waiting and call and work together. But I mean, we wish well, and we're glad it's a development. You know. It's a development for the country, but I mean the priorities and the advantages and the disadvantages of them stuff in there. And where will they build the airport? Not so that they no more get for build, not so the extension no more get for build the surrounding area. We get for push ferry them because we know say the bridge not get for congestion. Then they we see I'm well optimistic, but we know the fact, the real fact. You can be optimistic all you want, but right now it's not going to happen anytime soon. It's not going to happen because Uda they go take a couple of billions of dollars, not a million, billions with S, billions. Then in a boku 100 million, we make 1 billion. Get boku back. The money back. So we know say not going to happen. Okay, if they extend the airport, then get for extend, they get for put lights, go into solar system. We don't need to be buying gasoline because I see a sister of mine in England, Saratu write, call a minister of health or something. A child died and a child died in a hospital because they say lights not be there. And then they get generator, but yet the generator, there was no gas in the generator. So a child had to die. A mother has to go without their children. A family has to lose their in picking them because somebody did not do what they were supposed to do. Then the minister said, yes, it's sad, but it no say it happened. It was the hospital where for me buy gas for the thing. Look at all that. We don't need that. Put solar. When I invest in solar, find things that will not make us dependent on oil, because that oil they back now, all the problems of the world come from oil. So there are many alternatives what we go use. We're good for the environment. There are many alternatives because we don't have gas, we don't have generators. The generator then they broke down. Put solar panels up the place. What's it called? Let we think progressive. Let we think because I flew a couple of years ago. I flew into Sierra Leone with Air France. Mr. Shilon, I tell you this, when you look out, you just see one like Palam, na the Lungi area, the Freetown area. It was pitch black. It took a while, longer than how the man for land, because he kept going low. He got to go back high because it was so dark. The place was blackouts when you come down there. Just imagine, and then you have to go cross that boat there with blackouts. You know, there's no lights. It's so doom and gloom. And I was like, what's in this, God? And when the pilot landed, we all cheered because it was a very difficult landing because the place been dark. They get small lights where go show them small na the air control or whatever, but the whole surrounding was dark. And that is dangerous. So if they extend the airports, okay, that they then choose for do right now, the fee at the priority, we need them, but it come with many other things. The road has to be made, the road for go around that road, but people they don't die there. When they come out America, England, Europe, diaspora, when they go, when you ready, they say accident and that's when they go past that around the road. They get for make lights. They get for put lights, they let people they're able for what they call then danger sign them. People they drive any kind of way. The ferry, they where they give them money, they go buy broko ferry, all rotting ferry. Then they have rotting one day, maintenance no day. Now one great ferry, now and then they run a free talk. First they will get one day on standby, we get one day go, one day come. With a cross, then a road. With a cross, then a road. The ferries, one day go, one day come, the cross on us. We need good ferry them. Starting Island and get ferry if you want to go there. Where you go Maine. Where you go inside and there, where you go Minnesota, that area then there, where you go now, then lake them. You get ferry where they carry you from one area to another. They get good ferries that work. We can invest in good ferry there. The bridge, I'm not saying no go come or go get for make the bridge, but that bridge there, nobody know they can put $1 billion right now inside Sierra Leone. I mean, this is the fact. It's good to dream, it's good to have a vision, but let's reach realistic goals. They won't go get for touch. The goal they get for be realistic. We cannot just put big dreams out there. Yes, they say whatever you command the universe, it will come to pass. How you see it, you got to see it to believe it, to make it come to pass. We see it. But right now, it is not possible. We know say God there and everything, but sometimes God back make we say let we ration, let we think, and let we go by what we need right now, and let's take leaps, but let's take it where it will benefit everybody else. Mr. Shilon, sir, I don't know if you want to continue.
No, I agree with everything you say. So now that will get the potential is there, the ability there, we'll get the resources. Now, management or managerial skills, now a problem. If we begin put the right people in the right place and then do transparency and accountability, things will work. Like going back to the soccer theme issue, when you give officials them X amount of dollars for athletes, there should be accountability. Mm-hmm. They should be audited. Just like you audit any government, once not government money. So those officials should be subject to the general accountant or whoever the general accountant in auditing. Because otherwise, if you just hand money to officials then and say for players then, the players should know how much has been given to the officials for them. Therefore, no, because this shouldn't be a secret. If you get 20 players, then they go out of the country, the Minister of Sports, as well as the Ministry of Finance, as well as the Ministry of Information, they should make this public information to say we don't allocate so much for the lodging, for them feeding. They should eat no less than 3 times a day, and then the allowance where they will get where they come back. Win or lose. Only then will you be able to attract talent. Some people let they go now just because opportunity not there. But then they go, as soon as they force a position, and wait people, and they go all over Africa to recruit. Look at the French team. France win the World Cup, but now Africans, they're winning for them. So we get the talent. Can't we just see? Why aren't we? Why we not care enough for take care of the young one that will come up? So management and this mentality, it go all the way in every stage. You know, we don't care much about appointing the right people and getting experts them, but everything we do, if we make the right people and handle them, Sierra Leone can change in no time. But you get forget dedicated, serious-minded. And of course, we can't say all this without paying the people good, because you know we'll give a man $200 million for manage, but you pay $400 a month. Create an atmosphere and temptation for steal. Everything for make sense, you know.
Mr. Samura Kamara. Mr. Samura Kamara asked me a question. I want to answer Mr. Samura Kamara. Mr. Kamara said, Madam, you claim that the place was dark when you landed. When they try to fix the problem, you claim it is not a priority. What is your argument? Number one, I talk on the darkness of the airport area, okay? There are priorities in life, looking at the immediate need. We want growth. We want for let and develop. We want all that. But me ask the question because this is social media review. And this is what people, when they ask the question. The people then they ask the question say, is this a priority right now for get a new extended airport? Waiting at the money there, waiting at the advantages of disadvantages. Me they point out now say, if they get for extend the airport, there are problems also that has to be fixed that need money. That takes money for fixer. For fix the lights, them it take money. For fix the road, them it take money. For buy new ferry, there it take money. Because maybe 5 years ago now, I begin ride there. Them boats there, they are not been doing first because it was not even safe. And I see somebody they talk on the ferry, then get the ferry them. I'm telling you, I had to pee. I get for pee. All until we almost want reach, peace one come out with me. Because I was like, I'm not going to take the other ferry. When you go into the bathroom, the scent where they come on inside there, this is not the ferry now what they tell you about so. The place there inside there is like now grown because the toilet don't clog and not the walk at all. So it's like now grown, you go for those butu and squat and do your business inside there. So I am not talking, say they're not for make change, but I'm talking, say when you they do the change, did you take into account the other problem there where they around them? Because if you don't fix the problem, then we're going back to the same thing that the airport will be not too useful because what you do, where you put on there, other than go the candy. Because if the environment not conducive for let people and come and enjoy themselves or thrive or do whatever they want to do, light is one big problem. Any economy will not get light, we're not able to maintain light, we not get better within a concept. Because lights now they run everything. You need internet, you need this, you need that, you need phone, you need light, you need they wonder what they do cookery if they need the light every day for let them get light, for let them keep the leftover food. They wonder what they run restaurant, they wonder what they want back. How long will we be using generators where they pollute the atmosphere, where they pollute we're not good for climate change. You see, that's why I say we get for come up from 90, but then because of the blackout at the talk say, when they don't extend that, may they know say there are more things around there that has to be fixed. That's why at the point I'm out. So I hope I answer your question. If you want, you can call in Mr. Samura Kamara, please. Thank you very much, my brother. I hope say I don't answer your question. I hope say I don't, kind of what they call. But because there are other problems where they around that area, they will get for be fixed. We can make them because some airports now 1 hour drive. If we take ferry 30 minutes, we take the boats, then 30 minutes, they don't reach, we don't make so. But you know, some people, not everybody get $40 for go take. Some people still they come over, see, they know they take $40, then they make. We been get that custom where we family then can carry we inside for car left win and Lungi for go. But now your family not go able to car left you because what you do, you not go able to pay $80 for go and come for car left you and see you off. at the airport. But if good road day or good ferry day, we can able we all go there, family then they keep company at the ferry, una sit down, una make una way they call, una come, then can left, una all man go away. Then go back, where they not go get for broke the bank or keep. That's what I'm saying. So I hope I help you out. I hope you understand me small, my brother. I hope so you go waiting and call, yeah. So I mean, I hope I don't answer your question. Thank you very much, Mr. Shilonza.
Well, one thing I get for say, I want that we realize, for say, unless we uplift we self, unless we begin for see we self operating at a higher standard, we are always going to be at the bottom. There are a lot of things what we do to we self, we think say because we're not African. I remember, I can give one example. I remember many years ago, I got a Nigerian fellow who sell me a car where one ship goes Salone. Then he said, I said, but you get a lot of damage. He said, oh, no problem, I'll go fix them. Just pay me for do the body work. I pay him. When I come, the way the motor car look, I say, Sam, you call this fixing? I said, do you understand? I'm trying to ship this car back home. He exact answer to me, oh, Mr. Shilon, now Africa, you send the car. So why you want to make it perfect? You see the mentality? Because the vehicle is going to Africa, it shouldn't look right. It should be substandard. The same thing, when we just the reference where you give, when you order them ferry, when you ferry them come, we for keep them tip top.
Yeah.
Labor very cheap. You can hire people there, we go there on the ferry, we go to check the bathroom every 30 minutes. Because human beings being what we are, even in America, England, everywhere. People will be, some people deliberately go mess up the floor, the commode seats there. Some people will do them but accidentally. That's why you need for hire people who go to monitor the thing here. So when somebody go for use the facility, you know, we'll get a bad experience. You know, you don't go smell all that stench there of urine, you know. But now we said to do that to ourselves because we just believe saying a way of life, which is wrong. It is not a way of life. Even I had you express your personal experience. Me get a personal experience once after I arrived in Freetown. I did at the ferry terminal for going into town. So I feel for wet. I asked one of the employees and I say, who's at the bathroom there? The answer to me was, now what do you want to do, sir? When I tell him and say, I just want to watch no more. He said, well, you can go behind that, just go behind that. Yeah, and wait. Now, I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm a Salone, I could take it. But is that what you're going to tell a foreigner where they come for invest or where they come for tour the country? Now, what you know happen with national pride? The one that way they management, the young man will tell me that that's the best he could do. Now, the one that will get the policy or will not put the policy in place, will not provide the facility, now they me the blame. Because we get we train them people back home. So we get a lot of problems, but these are the problems that what we can't solve. We're able to solve them. We just get this lack of caring. We just not care. Mm-hmm. And that care, that sense there of responsibility, that sense of nationalism, that sense there for say of pride, now we need for develop. Once we do that there, with problems in Salone, not basic problems, not too complicated problems there.
No.
Okay.
They're basic problems. We just need discipline.
That's all.
Need discipline. We just need people that are committed and determined, and they can fix them. Because every word we speak, every action we do, it come back and affect the future. You know, anything what we do, it affects us. Everything, we are all connected. You might say, oh, not on my party, or oh, not my party, they do them, whether they're wrong, whether they're right, you still they battle them, you still support them because your loyalty is not to the collective, but to the little group that you belong. We know everybody they try for preserve what you know. Everybody they try for hold on to what you know. Everybody they try for keeping normal because you know we balance each other out, good and bad. Balance each other out because it's your view. What you know is what you live by. What do you know? What do you sabi? Now you sabi. What do you know? But it is good to open our minds. It is good for let we come out now with little bubble there where we day. We they all say white Americans are racist. You know why? That's all they know. What in they know, what in they don't bring them up with, now then view down there. So anything where one can torment them view, just like I will say again, President Bio talk the word say, corruption will fight back. Anything that is not familiar threatens your livelihood. Because you're not familiar. Until you relax, until you try for take her in and understand who side the person they come from, maybe when they meet up in the middle of alone, compromise and carry on. So it is the same way where people end up in politics. I'm not a politician. I've never been a politician. I don't plan to be a politician. But what we're saying, we're trying to see the good. And not make say what you are no 100% right. And not make say what you know what. But let we pick the sense then per we safe. Let we try for say this now this. Let we try this way. We don't try this way and not work. We don't try this way. Let we put together me own head and your nonsense and your own sense. Let we put them together. Let we see if it could work. Now that day we they try for. Not of us say they are always going to be negative. There are always going to be opposition to anything people are opposing, because what is your priority in life? What do you prioritize? Now you see. That's my view. You know, the sun has always been out there. The sun always there, even at nets the Sunday, but the cloud they cover up. So you got to know what's in at the thing where block your view. What is the thing that blocks your view from not seeing the sun, from not seeing better, from not seeing better future? What in they block you? Is it nationalism, tribalism, regionalism, religion, race? What in they block you view for let you not see where go able push you go before for let you demand better? Because every human being, it is our innate right. Them born we for just like how that millionaire get right in the country. Now so myself as poor one forget right. Why I for Sidom and accept low standard and poverty for myself? No, we should not accept that. Yes, some people say we don't want much, we just want get for let we able provide, let we able for with dignity, let we keep we maintain we waiting, because some people are content with little as long as they can take care of their family. That is pride to them. We want the country to thrive. We want the government to bring things that would change the people alive, because when I was growing up there was middle class. I say it again, we're not gonna ever go back to that time day, but we can do better. We can do better. We can want better, because if the people want better, change will come. But if we sit down, would they say, oh, how for them, so no more? Anything where they say we clap for them. Anything where they say we politician, then we clap, would they give cheers? Yeah. We will never have the kind of life where we supposed for. We will never reach our maximum potential in life. So there are things we get for ask questions. There are things we get for challenge. It's not that we're talking against government or whoever is in power, but we asking questions to bring awareness. Is this good for we? Is good for we? Not that we know everything. We don't know everything. Anybody who claims they know everything, then they get problem with himself. Because we are all learning. Every day is a learning process. We are all learning. But the words we put out there, the energy we put out there, the thing we put out there, that's what we get back. And we get in mediocrity, we get in suffering, we accepting it. The spirit of 1961 being calm for let we thrive and let we do better than Usai the Wetman be left with. But 60 years later, up till today, we're struggling. Up till today, they're playing politics in with livelihoods. Up till today. That is why I'm here. I'm not here. I don't want no notoriety. I don't get no what they call. I get people there where they on both sides of the aisle. I sabi them. I used to them. I family to some. But it is just about what is good for the people. We go provide the necessities of the people. That's what we need. That's what we want. Let every human being get a fair chance. Let you mess up for you, say, but give me the chance. Give it every child growing up. Give the chance. That's why the president say free quality education. I pray that program they work, because we watch people, you know, they're left behind because you don't have the education, the formal education. Yes, people can say, yeah, formal education, but you have to be able to compete. The world is moving and we don't left behind. The world is moving. The world has moved far away from us. We're catching up. You know, that's why we say here. That's why we're here. I'm not here for nothing. I don't want nothing. But I just like, it is, I think it's my duty as a Sierra Leonean for sit and talk and try for put me idea out there, for try for influence whoever can listen and hear. And you self talk your own, you talk within the one of you, we try for solve them. That's what life is about. And we people get forget subside. We country get for be a country where we can all go home to and be able to just relax and feel where they go. We're not gonna be like other people, but let us be our own, where we go feel safe, where we go get able for get income, things are flowing. Let it be equal for everybody. Let there be equal law for everybody. Let the law work for one, let it not work for the other one. Let the law work for fear, the unity, freedom, and justice for all. That's the coat of arms of Sierra Leone. That's what we want. We want better. Because some of us are humanitarian, suffering, and it hurts our heart. We don't want that for people then. But the people have to want it for themselves before they can. If they don't want it, they will never see it. You get for want it, you get for believing it, you get for seeing. If you don't see it, it's a waste of time. We will just struggle, we will just talk. And like how my uncle can say, long time ago of blessed memory now, he can say, well, don't eat me, granny don't cook, he don't come out every see, they don't come, they all don't sit down, then talk. He said the struggle continues unabated. But we're hopeful, that's why we're here. The struggle still continues in Sierra Leone. Unabated means without an end. But we see the end. That's why we're talking. We have a vision in our lifetime. That vision, they will come to pass. We see it. And I hope you see it too. You know, I don't get nothing again for say today. I just want, we go quick to the Nisanido. We say goodbye, Mr. Shilon. I don't know if you get anything for throwing before we just go quick to this land problem again.
No. Nothing new.
Yes, sir. So we talk of a good leader, and the people that you choose around you go either give you good score or bad score. We see the MCC reports come out. We see Salone, they say that they score high on this and that and that. But we have a minister. We try for each arm. We don't send message or whatever. We try for each arm. They can't defend himself because sometimes I lie and they lie for them. But beaucoup people they now don't come out with this minister of land. Even the APC today, except I mean the same position be old minister of land, but it terrorize the people them in name they can't up, and he is still a minister in the executive branch of Sierra Leone. I am worried, I am concerned. As a Sierra Leonean, it not look good. We get a latest video where one show where the system, according to that woman, because that's her allegation where they don't make, we don't know if not true or not true. Mr. Sandy, you know, we invite you for come. For can we show, we can find out what they happen, because I mean, we expect much from people in power. When you get the name honorable, we expect better things from you more than the local citizen. The locals can misbehave. We understand morals, everybody can forget moral and decency. But when you hold a position as honorable, we have to be careful of things we do, because it's not looking good on the present administration, President Bio in administration. And a good leader, therefore, able to cut some things they out when not they make it look good. Regardless of waiting, this man in name don't come up so many times, but yet he still holds the position as honorable minister. Mr. President, sir, will I ask you, waiting they happen? Is this man here waiting at this problem? Why are you still holding on to somebody where constantly, continuously, then they call him name, Patinde, we know the right thing, where they take the law into their hands, where they go, broke people lose them, send for broke people lose them, and name they come up and up and up. Dr. Sandisa, will they invite you for come, may you can explain yourself, because until you get different side, because in every side of life, you get your side, my side, and the truth. So you can't give you side to we, because we know a lot of them don't want to come to us. Only a few would come and they would tell us, they know Allah come, but I come because I know myself, I believe myself. So we they ask, for let me play this video, then I go give Mr. Shilon in thought on this, and then we go done for today, Let we all go, kind of thing. Let me play this video, then we'll get some quick 2 video them on this land issue na Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. I dey beg una. I dey cry to una for justice. Do you I beg, me na woman, I don't tire. What it piss me off altogether? AIG Bramaja, where there for crime now police headquarters. When me don't go to that, don't take explain ya me problem. AIG Bramaja, give me the okay say. Why is he there matter? They don't reach now in table. He said the problem don't solve. Now then the above them himself me don't get. That above them I myself me don't get for say he go fret for me. But anytime when this Usman Tolo can cause trouble in the land with this prophet, even as I talk so to the media people them, this prophet back to the Johnson Doe, the journalists can prove them back for say yes not true. He cannot decide back with soldier man them, then there is our motorcar. Then with people them, all tell them they come for can sell me property. When they all arrest them, na Gramaja, they talk say let them left them. And this prophet, I don't prove them. The day when Gramaja call me, na me no more Gramaja, all tell they call na in office, na police headquarters. If you never reserve me well, he don't call me 7 times for going in office. You know, get up with a question where they ask me. If they ask me, no more say, what you document them? And they put me document here. And now before Inspector Ashwood, now they take me document, they give Clark. He said, then Clark go photocopy the document. The other man, they when a land grabber say, you know, when they ask them for documents, I don't approve what they talk so. I expect much from us, AIG Bramaja, for because he is in charge of crime. This is a frustrating issue. And they beg the state, now not faith for me. Do you beg? And they beg the state for now not faith for me. This time, the land they are crossing. The land are crossing the day. And I don't do try for do some 2-3 development then they. Now, then they can't no more now. I see Papa Gramaja in this prophet. Then they talk now in office. Like people there where they know themselves. If they ask them for lawyer Campbell. And I don't see now say, now a syndicate. Where this prophet, with this lawyer Campbell, Papa Gramaja understand what in they do. And then man there, when they cause trouble, when they send them there for arrest there, and they say let them left them. I don't go now at Salone police station at one time. When they can beat me, I take an aya. Are they out of the place and they try for going inside the LUC office? I hear you when the AIG Bramaja call the LUC in Awatalo. And they try for talk by the LUC. And the way they argue, and not say, now me talk, then they talk. So they cry to anybody, the woman in Sierra Leone, including the first lady, or any other woman, and they call on the church member them. Do you are the big one? Me brother and sister them in Christ. Lord, now help me fight this fight. Authorities concerned, especially the law side. Lord, now help me for faith. I don't tire. The pressure is too much. And they don't promise that they can't burn me house. They said that they can't burn the house. They say what make. They said that they cut the caretaker in head. Let me can cook and pepper soup. And they don't full up. Usman Tolo don't full up 2 truck. Motorcar. We talk say they can't beat me caretaker. We don't go make that report say now Waterloo police station. Now 2 months this. They never do no arrest. Then depend they have up AIG Bramaja. Because now they give them the scope for let them left them. But Bramaja, I don't expect this from you. If you fight for woman, not your money for fight for. Fight for me. The right side. If I'm wrong, you deal with me. But the way you treat me, now that they make a kind of the media.
Me are actually one of the offsprings of the Matthews family in a Bathurst village. And this plot of land we are the shown us so, now property of the Matthews family. The Matthews are one of the indigenous them in Bathurst village way after the abolition of slave trade, and we settlers then the Kamna Salone. Then the original people then we can settle in Bathurst village. And that history is not a secret where everybody knows. And one of the things that we then be they embark on for the livelihood as an economic activity now being farming, agriculture. So this land now be land with them they do cushion farming as a family. The whole place now 8 acres. But the contention now with the church people then, we can buy property then say to the previous man. We're not a part of the family, and in fact he's not an indigene of the village. He just grew up in the village. He sell the land without consent, without any member knowing take the advantage of the fact that of imposition, say in a Edman, and sell this land. So one church, who in fact also Salone church and Nigerian church, then call themselves Watchman, Charismatic, Renewal, Catholic, Movements, International or what. And this church get the backing of somebody who will make to understand, say, na presidential advisor and a woman, na in spearhead the deal, 9 days before the deal. And now then people they don't forcefully, carefully, if you can watch the land, they don't divide unto themselves shebam, then destroy all the bakings, them the pillars the will put, will cost with millions of leons. And then we don't embark on agriculture at this place. We plant different kinds of fruits, mangoes, avocados. We plant them in rows, and with the intention that we'll make money out of it one day. Because you know, for developed land, all man get in where I look am. So mango fishing na for put buildings, so mango fruit na for plant na the land. And we been thinking say government after education and agriculture, being that it's na rural place, na rural village, a village na rural setting, we have been feel say okay, well if we embark on agriculture, it will bring money into the family. It will also support governments in the quest for food sustainability. So then people that then come, then put soldier then they know they allow it for kind of place, destroy all the plantation, spoil all the baking, and put their own baking. So now this is not the situation where the Matthews family they face forsake of the land, forsake of the rights we then get documents for. The church they claim see, they see FTI, they say also not sell you street no go buy you. The church, the general overseer of the church, they claim say the government sell land give them. And when some people them attempt for go for this land, for facing them for this land, they say don't need to talk to, we'll all go talk to government. So you see disrespect. And if you not respect yourself, streets not will respect you. If you not respect you vote as them, now foreigner you respect. I mean, now so things go. But who will make them know say this not a picking battle. This land is Matthew's land, and the Matthews family for 1 inch not they left and give them. And in fact now we also talk. This entire land we then grab now 16 acres. Waiting the 116 acres we don't know. You get some other people from Charlotte, I mean, with the content where they all involved, then if you include on this land. You get the Ajax family, when we then get this land, then if all man gets documents. So when I see now defect this, and we want to know if now the government wants to sell we, as citizens them want to sell we right, to foreigners them, or now so things they happen, or now by other gets can kabu no. So now that the situation. This now one of the Matthews members, one of the members of the Matthews family, now in the talk, so we can do this video about us village. So now the order to the people them unayei. We want to know now if justice for 2 a day. If you know this, if we will force them for make a day. Now that's now the situation presently. Thank you.
Alrighty. Me people when I don't see the video, the land problem, how we solve the problem? We get a minister when instead day before but with the soldier man then they go and people them with the a demand then they sell land with the people and they go broke people the land with the this waiting at this problem. And we know say most of the land then they were there at the peninsula where we get the agriculture long time ago, the Godrich, not the Godrich, but the Bathurst, the Gloucester, the Regent, where they come with fresh tomatoes, they come with fresh salad, fresh cucumber, fresh vegetable, have been farming area. And like how they say, them people then have been slave where they return, where the woodsman come. He buy that area, they buy the peninsula area, the Freetown area, he hand over and to them one day when they return, then slave, then indigenous slave, then one day we come out different side them. Now make we get then Creole, mostly then Creole and then Marabu forbade them, then forbade full of tongue abadin. Now we people they all they be bring come and we can then at their side and they so now I make most of the area then they now then create name there like I read this one and they get them they don't get to them. Then now all of a sudden after the war people then come and they make a rule where say if you're not Creole, you know they buy land upline. You know they buy land upline because what you do they be making so because they be want for lay because the slave that would be don't return, you can get people the way land book there, you know, say they get there people there. So the number one let them go take what's in the call of the provinces, the provincial people, the one the way they upline. So they say no, una not get for buy land upline nayanda, but these are their properties, these are their land. And as years pass, people do illegal stuff. There is no development and planning. No more. There is no people checking paperwork before they sign and thing. The lawyers conspire with people them for sell and buy people them property. The judges conspire with people them what they call the soldier man and the policeman and don't be the thugs them of the country where they go vandalize and threaten people them for the land or piece of land that claim to say the court system not a work because nobody not they listen to what in the courts then say again. I don't know why is the Minister of Land they involved in then dispute here. Why they know they fix this problem. This thing has been going on too much and we don't hear people and they cry, they don't put their livelihood. That is all they have in this world with them and people are taking it away and selling. Everything now, I don't know if they don't put na electronics now, then they try for put, but everything na paper. People they go then fake paper, then they no say na wrong paper, but then they do them. And they do them. Mr. Shillong, sir.
Well, so many things wrong with this. So the thing what the puzzle me I had foresee that woman they so highly stressed, you not feel for her. But the problem is, if you not stand up for that woman day, when it reach you, nobody will stand up for you. Now the reason I make we get for stand up for people there, when they take advantage pan. Now, corruption don't permeate or don't involve everybody. This woman involved the inspector. Now that area they also in land day. Not only being deceptive, but being part of the group where they try for taking property from her for free. And we think, say, this is right. I know of no country in Africa, let alone West Africa, where citizens are put at a disadvantage over foreigners. You will not go to any country, you foreign person, you want to go take somebody in land in Nigeria, na Ghana, whether you na apostle or this and that, or you go meet a Nigerian government official for connive with you for take somebody. In Australia, no more this they happen. These people got to know this. They injure the country. They affect the country. It's not good for the country. It's not good for the psyche of the country. It's not good for the economy because you when they scared other people them. When Australians forever want to do anything with the country. Okay. Just like Madam Fadima say, originally the white man, because the Creoles then be the educated people. Now they get all the teaching position, the judgeships, the lawyers, doctors, and surveyors, all in for maintain a balance. Then try for give the chief them the autonomy and the authority. For the number go sell land upline, they not create the land law at the same as Australian. Because the number one day educated people here, as they move upline, they create them for take undue advantage of the upline people them, because they get education, the chiefs will not be educated. So the Creole man could have gone up country and begin take land and create paperwork and survey and this and do a lot of things. So the white people then began the foresight for maintaining a balance. But what we don't do, as we don't do for everything else, when we begin for rule we serve, you get one group of people who, for one reason or another, mostly motivated by tribalism, just figure say then go kind of Freetown, They're not going to pay for people land. They're not going to negotiate fairly. They're going to use power for take people in land. And then people are mostly willing to take the land. These are poor people. They just get land no more. Then all the entire wealth, now the land.
Passing it on to their generations.
You see? Now, there are certain phrases when they use in Australian where it's just even wrong. Where it just disappoints me that the legal profession is not raising the alarm. You get the Bar Association Australian. These are things that should concern them. It's not only when they accuse one of Wanayun about money laundering, when I go jump up and begin and defend and raise issue, because it could be too late. We see injustice taking place right before our very eyes. We'll get a group that is supposed a group of lawyers. You're not going for big government officials, but when I see this, when I for say, and it is so wrong for any lawyer for engage or connive with anybody for do something improper or illegal. It is just so wrong. When are you for protect people and property, when are they join forces, particularly people they are not even citizens of the country for take away citizens their land, and these people have nowhere to go. What has become of the justice system in Sierra Leone? What has become of the legal profession? This is a profession that is usually referred to as a noble profession. Mm-hmm. Where is the nobility? What are they doing? This profession rightly earned the phrase the noble profession because it's a profession that has done a lot for the construction and reconstruction of mankind. Mm-hmm. I can use America as an example. When black people were being told to sit at the back of the bus, there were white and black toilets. There were separate schools. It was the legal profession. Public interest law firms, private interest law firms will take upon themselves for begin file lawsuits at the courts of the United States for fetch the injustice where to go on. Okay? Where are the lawyers in Australia for stand up for the weak, for the disabled, for the one who not get government connection? Where is the nobility? How will they be able to carry on the tradition of the profession itself? You know, when you get companies for court corners like the United States and around the world, they're not going to fix machines or transportation, planes, that kind of thing there. You get lawyers then who file suit against them big company for hold them accountable. Mm-hmm. Will they enjoy all safety in the food what we eat, where they go all the way to Africa? That's because lawyers and they play a role suing. This is a wonderful profession. But if we all decide, the sad part about this, if this continue, if this trend continue, 2 generations from now, it's all over. There will be nothing left for succeeding generations. You know, if we want to create an atmosphere where it's survival of the fittest, I mean, it's bad, it's short-sighted, it's counterproductive. I don't understand why people cannot see that. The legal profession need to step up. The Australian Bar Association need to step up. Too much injustice is taking place in the country where people are just quiet about. And in the end, it will affect you now because when I say within the legal profession, is this the kind of atmosphere when I left for when I picking when I grand picking them? Where just with power, anything where you, the corrupt lawyer, don't fight for today and give you picking. How do you know that thing they go stay like your family? Then people will get this land, then land they will take from them. Now generations before they left for them. Now, when they use power for taking from them. So what you make one thing say, when another set up an unsafe atmosphere, what you wanna left for them and go take them. And if we're afraid say then go take them from them, what they want only choice now for go put your money abroad. They want to put your money abroad, the country will never develop. Why are we being so short-sighted? You know? We really need to think twice. This is terrible policy. You know, people are coming, just taking people the land, like the Western area. And then the other thing is, they withhold my judgment on the Minister of Lands. But there is something that doesn't look good, that he is personally involved in almost every private dispute involving land. It just doesn't look right. He shouldn't be involved. These are private matters. Now the courts then forget jurisdiction here. And let me say one thing also about what we use for called crown land, when a government land. I see the minister, the give people there. That's not the reason for the government for own land. The government, the own land that are not being used for preserve and for future generations, not for give away. We are behaving like the world is going to end with this generation in power. That there are no children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren coming unborn. How short-sighted can we be? You know? And in fact, the man with the thing where he says, if also not sell you, street not will sell you. You know, me not even believe they're saying that also not sell you parable applicable now. The government not get no business for sell land winner to the own. Secondly, we need to understand basic land law. If me and 3 other people own property, whether we get and say we own a brother, sister, uncle, auntie, whatever it is, me can only sell me own portion. So the word sell not apply to if I sell somebody else, if I travel, I not get the right for sell. And so if I sell somebody in land, I not sell them in reality. That person they will buy, he just wasting money. This is where the legal profession for step in. The court should step in. People should not have the right to sell other people's land, let alone if you know owner. So when 8 man sell land in a village where you know get title to, let you sell. Not just free money he gets. The court for step in and giving people the land back.
Right.
And then let people realize, say, because there's a theory in law, in contract law, or in property law, what they call caveat emptor. Let the buyer be aware. Okay? So if you the buyer, you go buy, you know, ascertain the person they sell to you has been a true owner, you waste your money.
Yeah, they need for begin enforce that. They maybe then they
but the lawyers, they know this. They know they push for that.
They know it, but they don't push it. That's the
This is the thing I don't understand, Australia. You see, the whole system, nobody cares. Lawyers are pointing fingers at politicians. Politicians are pointing finger here. They refuse to realize that now like motoka. If motoka get transmission, they get engine, they get tires, they get wheels, they get everything. All the components get for work for that motor car for operate. If you start the motor car, it starts, one tire flat, the motor car can't go anywhere. For run the machinery of government, everything get for work in government. And I hope the president is aware of it, or sometimes I can see them broadcasting, I understand. This is not criticism. This is a call for awareness that, Mr. President, this is what is happening around you. Are you aware of it or don't you? You see, and if you do, don't let it happen. Bring an end to it. But if you don't, you get for create a system whereby some of them things here is for the eerie because it doesn't help the country. When they offend one generation after another, when they offend one family after another, which family you know of? Like the current minister. I don't know the Minister of Land, I don't know whose partner Australia will come out. But how we go like, who's I come out? Because somebody in the Minister of Land just go take property when Papa gets or in Grandpa left for him and begin and give somebody. He wouldn't stand for it. So just because you're a minister, that should never happen. You know? And if the system is encouraged to continue this kind of practice, the country now ain't gonna pay the price. Because at the end of the day, it will engage in what you call vengeful government, no law and order. So my thing is, this so-called sale That 8 man, they will sell this man in land, they not sell her. They just trick somebody and get money out of her. That somebody therefore lost that land. I strongly encourage, if there are any lawyers listening to what you have to say, step forward. We in America, these are the other things where they teach we. We the lawyers them. We do pro bono work, free work, sometimes for the poor, for the indigent, because we primary duty now for fight injustice. And injustice there at every level. So if you're not a lawyer, you're not Australian, when I form a group, when I form a team, when I the young lawyer them, because when a future they at stake. If we not allow this kind of corruption, by the time when a young grand picking and they come around, there will be nothing for them.
Yeah.
You cannot be that short-sighted.
Yeah.
You know?
Mr. Kamara say, Samuel Kamara say again one thing. He say, we for the get in touch with for they go to give you video there of what is happening on the ground. Mr. Kamara, if you live in Freetown, get in touch with us, because I need you to be part of the show if you want to, because so we can have different views, because we like different views. We like people that have. So anytime when you're ready, just send a message at the WhatsApp number and give you information, and we'll go get in contact with you. But another sister here make a comment. Annie Terry say our family's lands have been taken from us because the lawyer told us that we no longer live in Freetown. I don't know.
That's nonsense. Absolute rubbish. Any lawyer will say that they not deserve for practice law. Not even the very Salone way there. This is ridiculous. You know, it has to stop. This thing about government officials, the army, the police, who are being paid by taxpayers' money, what are they doing guarding private land? The president needs to stop that.
And he says somebody, the person, the lady say, and Terry say, he say, someone built on my land and a beautiful house, and the person lives in Maryland. He say, but then they tell us, say, in not in a Freetown, but the person will build my house not in a Freetown, they're in a Maryland. So the trouble.
You need to forget your lawyer in a Freetown. We'll go bring an action against that person there. She should not lose. It doesn't matter if not castle the person built. Let it take that person there. As weak as the Australian legal system, let it take them to court. I still get faith in the system, because within that system there will always be some fair-minded judges. There will always be somebody, somehow, who will stand up for justice, because that's the pillar of the profession itself. So I encourage that person to get a lawyer. I know I know one or two lawyers then way to stand up for the injustices in the Australia.
Buyer beware does not exist in Sierra Leone. It's money talks. It's a shame.
Yeah, but you see, this is the mistake. When they try for say this not exist in Sierra Leone, he should exist. It's like saying constitution exists in Sierra Leone because no. You see, this is the point. There is no such thing as this not exist, this not exist. We get laws. We inherit a system from the white people. We have a constitution in place. People may not be practicing it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It exists. So, I mean, we inherit a very solid, sound legal system in Australia. There is nothing but the legal system where the Waitman left Giwi will not cover every form of dispute. Now we, the black people, the Australians, the bookman them, the lawyer them, now we the try for water and down. It exists, ma'am. The principle exists. Some lawyers can can take them to court. Not despair just because. So no matter if the person where they Maryland will go build like you land, you're not gonna write for building like you land, take them to court. Get a little bit of faith. Take her to court in a salon. You're not going to business if you know better. Now you know for go salon, go begin buy land. You know, in America, yeah, nobody will sell land without you get a lawyer for such the title.
Yeah.
There is nothing that says we can't search title in Australia. The law is there to search title. You want to buy land, go to a lawyer, make you look at the land, he go search the title, then get a record in a Roxy building. But now we don't shortcut the system in Australia. So when mama buy land, you just go straight to the post station and get the land. But go to a lawyer, I recommend. Say, assist us on so land, One man saying in the seller, but me no know. So I want to hire you, make you check the title. If you pay a lawyer there, he bound for go in a Roxy building and get all the records of that piece of property there and the survey.
But when we still have everything on paper, why we can't put it on in computer and
but that's another argument. We get all these things on paper, 60 years of independence, instead of upgrade so we can digitize them for make them electronics, we not do that. We still want to do something that they used to be done 60 years ago. We get some serious problems, and like I say, we're probably a basic problem, but it's not working. It's like when you get a car, you begin to pull the oil, you pull the watapara, the engine go blow up. You see, instead of we improve the system, we keep undermine the system. It works for no one. Even you were the grab. You can die next year. But you don't lay a terrible foundation, you know, where if people can build on that, what you be not thief and grab, somebody can take out of their hand with the same kind of power we have used. Are we all better off to forget an organized way of owning and disposing of land?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that is such a complex, that kind of selfishness, short-sightedness, greed.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating because a lot of people are going through this. A lot of people, they don't sell their land them without they know them. Other people, they don't go build, they fighting, coming, death coming out. People
wouldn't not build it.
Yeah, people are threatening people's lives and all that kind of stuff.
And that should be criminal. This is why the Inspector General, Attorney General, the Chief Justice, this is where they come in. Well, communicating a threat or threatening somebody's life should be a crime. Why are people at liberty to just tell people and say, I will cut you head and cook and pepper soup? This is, what society are these people? And they call themselves government officials. They think this is okay because me na big man, me na AG, me na IG, me na this. It will affect you. It will affect you Pekin or you Grand Pekin then. So it makes no sense. I'm pleading to the government. Take a second look at this lack of policy and then the watering down of the existing policy within the country. Because I know better. I know there was a good structure of law where the Waitsman left Dewey.
Yeah.
If we just add to that, we will not go get all this.
I know last year sometime when this thing been big with the Creole people them, when they take the land them, where they don't get for generations upon generation, where the Waitsman be don't left give them. I know say they will go to President's Bureau, they will go to White House, State House, and go talk on this land issue, and President Bureau been promise them for, try for help them for solve the problem and try for see, but it looks like it's not getting better because people are coming out. And one of the viewers then talk on thank God for social media, because social media, because they say this land for this pastor don't be from 2016 where they don't sell the land to the pastor, but then thank for social media now, and we know but there's the woman come to social media because it look like say other side they work for them now social media, and they bring them case come forward for can get help or for let people then pay attention to waiting, they happen, and that is it. And I know say I know I've been talk to one for me cousin them because me na fobe na Freetown we get land na Freetown people them because now we people that they bring the Marabout Creoles now we na part of the return slaves them, and but me granny come out upline, and my cousin they tell me say because of my grandmother. Because now upline they born them, they get land, they get rights to land upline. Therefore, I can go to the provinces and claim my grandmother's birthright and say, Mina, this person in Grand Pekin. Then the chief or the people will give me land. They will, because they say upline, I think buy land or something, I give them, they give you. Whatever it is, they will give up. Because I say, I want to do farming. He said, if you go there, you go to the chief, you go say, okay, Mina, Rogers are born, this person born me, chief host, this, that. A royalty home, therefore they can, kind of do then quarantine and then you can get land through that. But other than that, you cannot go buy because you're not clear, you cannot go buy land upline, you cannot go buy the passive, the chief feel for give you something to give, but you cannot go buy land. So why are they fighting for Freetown? Because Freetown are the hotspot. It has become the hotspot and people are taking people.
But they're not buying it, they're stealing. Now steal and steal. You see now the difference this.
Yeah.
If you want land at Freetown, go through the legitimate means, pay the people a bargain price, way consistent with the market rate, and the person get to be a willing seller. And you get to be a willing buyer. You can't force people and for sell the land if they don't want for sell them. So they wasn't also bad. Then they thief, then they take through governmental power, you know, or under the clock of governmental power, people then land. Now that make it so bad, you know, they know they pay for the land, you know.
Salone first they say, which man believe in writing. If you're not in writing, it is not.
That is not true. That is a wrong construction of law. There's a thing called oral agreement. That is not true. You get family history. If you're not there in writing, but making proof, say, well, if they use that logic there, then let them show you the writing where they get about the land or plan where they talk about. Where the chief they give you. Who's there in writing for say, and the chief get the power for give you land? You know, I grew up upline. I mean, we get property in Upper Bambara Chiefdom Kalam district. We get property in Moyamba. Also, my granduncle be there. But it consisted with the law. Okay, I don't think we get any written documents. So not to show which man they operate, which man get in a court, then get what you call oral.
Oral, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now the wrong way to look at. If me get history of a piece of land of ownership, would pass from generation to generation, I get a stronger right to that land than you will just come and show some document where show say you own this land, same land. If me or family don't own the land for 50 or more years, you document when say 2017 cannot override your family history. You see? So that is all wrong. And all them petty, the way I would look at things, we not look at the fairness, the just part of it. Therefore try to avoid all of that.
Yeah, that is, I mean, yeah, thank you for that clarification, because I know say they get oral, but it is always good to have stuff in writing, but then there is agreement to where people can make oral, and like I say, generation upon generation upon generation, that's their land. So yeah, but we don't come to the end of the show today. We don't, you know, talk and think. People that don't listen, they don't make comments. There are many comments. Not that I somebody is saying, and Terry say, Mr. Shillon, I beg to differ with you. You take talking American law, and that's
not American law, that's British law. Yeah. That is British law. There is no such thing.
All said
okay, let me tell Miss Terry.
Yeah, I don't want to fight with anyone now. Let them enjoy the land.
That's how she feels, but she cannot generalize it. The laws of the United States now a heritage for the British common law. The people that will set up the system in England and come out. Now the British system is set now, they don't set up a federation.
So
the same law.
It is the same law. It is the same law because like I say that the British they set it is the same law, but we don't go by it. And he say in getting original deed with his stamp on it, then people then they in a land. You know, sometimes people are tired of fighting. People look at why do I have. You know, sometimes some people don't have the strength. They don't have the, you know, they don't have the strength to fight because in the end, people go, then they threaten you, say they go cut you aid. That's rebel mentality for begin, you know, that war-torn mentality for begin cut people aid, one for kill people. I go say you go cut people aid and turn onto pepper soup. Who's kind of war there one day? You know, that is the way, and sometimes people don't want to fight. People are tired. They're tired of fighting, and they're not supposed to be so. They're tired because the people and the people in position that are supposed to work for them, the system that is supposed to work for them is not working. That is the frustration. That is the frustration. People forever go say this and this, judge, lawyer, they sit down, they argue the case, they show evidence. You're not sure you get on and then they get on case closed. But now they threaten you that they will kill you, they will go broke yours, they will burn yours. What kind of thing is this? What do we depend? You know, it is sad. It is the lawlessness, the injustice,
Well, me just tell Miss Terry, if she's giving up the fight, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But there is such a thing. It's in the books, Sierra Leone. Okay, what you had to talk about, the law, America, from Maine all the way down to South Carolina, used to have the British common law. As I speak, in the state of North Carolina, we still get statutes say all laws not governed by statute are covered by the British common law. So common law is something we know very well. Every American lawyers are trained on that. Now the system that they implement now, the only difference with British law, because this is a federation, so they get another federal kind of system will override this, the common law. So it's not like I'm talking about something different. It's the same law. Salone lawyers and Boko of them, they can't study now for 1 or 2 years, get more degree and go. If it's so different, I mean, I'm not talking about Russia. I'm not talking about China. I'm not talking about Korea. But Sierra Leone, their laws, the basic common law is the same as the common law. And Americans, they get more rights to the common law that we brag for. The people that we established here are not English-minded. They come with a tradition. We're not English people. We're not going to English tradition. So we can take an English tradition more than Americans then take her. But yet they have get enough sense for modify what you bring across the seas. Now we don't understand that thing now, you know. But it's not different, ma'am. And I mean for beg for differ with you. But you don't have to fight if you don't want to fight. But the law exists, as I described in Sierra Leone.
Okay, Mr. Alaji Salone, they say, why are people taking personal problems within dispute? Why didn't both parties? Oh no, that's not it. Okay, I missed it. Why people taking personal problems and attacking don't jump back, attacking the government, whereas fail to sue the people that are involved with their property? Why the government? Why not go sue the people? That's what we're talking about, my brother here, that the people have gone to courts, courts don't make judgments, but yet people don't respect the law. And sometimes the judgment go see the right and then get into the question where get wrong. And like our one of our sisters say, money talks in Sierra Leone, is like she has given up already, but he still get a deed to land, he still get the stamp deal, the seal to the what they call not to photocopy get. You know, one day maybe he go pick up the fight, or maybe somebody after and go pick up the fight and continue, because sometimes it is good to fight, you know, fight for waiting a own, fight for waiting, you know, sometimes some people will say, you go kill me no more, but waiting a me own, you know, na me own, you cannot just come take it away from you after your family generations have earned that stuff. They don't preserve them for passing to the generation they yet unborn. But, you know, because of the war and because of the development and the underdevelopment, the world is going wider. People, they don't scatter. Family, they will be used for day together. A long time ago, we had family together, cousins, uncles, cousins, brothers, extended family. We all together in the evenings. People gather around. We don't have those no more because the world don't scatter. All man don't scatter go. So some picking them the property, the other people they left, some they sell them, some they no one sell them, they want hold on to them because that's all they have. That's the piece of Sierra Leone that they have. So it is a valuable thing when you get a piece of Sierra Leone. This is my great grandpapa. They don't work on them, they don't labor them. This is a piece of Sierra Leone that I owe. And people I own, and people are taking it away, and that kind of stuff they no fear. And then they not the right thing for do. And with the tie for maker, like it's a way of life, it's a thing where that is why we say the government after government, then people that whether they put in positions, they're not competent to do their work. That's why we left all this thing for the longest time. Now it's becoming a cancer, and they eat the fabric of Sierra Leone and the livelihood of people there. Because that's all they have. That's the piece of Sierra Leone that they have. To say my grandfather was here, my generation was here, this is my land. Some family, then they give one oath to many children. Why? Because they don't want them to sell it. Because they know say all the children never agree for sale. So it will pass on to the generation. They do that. But people are fighting, people are fighting, people are fighting. They need for stop this and fix a one for all. Get to the rightful owners, the one that we get land, the one that we not get land. You know, people come from provinces, go back to the provinces and go own a piece of land of your where you make, develop your area too. You can do that. The Nigerians, they go to their villages and develop their fathers' villages. They go there and they take their land and they take their money there. They go develop. It will be like Freetown if everybody develop your own side.
And if you know one for develop your own side where you come out upline, all you get for do, when you see land at Freetown, where you know send it to you, you're not getting the right to.
Yeah.
Find out who that get them, approach the person and try for buying legitimately and make sure, say, the title is well searched.
Yeah.
So nobody is saying, because every argument, all Freetown and all you. Of course, the same argument can be made about upline, but now ridiculous argument than the Freetown and all you, I agree on the basic principle. But that don't then say,
you go grab somebody in land.
Go grab somebody in land lawlessly. That's why we have laws. And the person will ask the question, say why you not go sue the person. Well, I think that person there maybe was not listening well enough, because government keep injecting itself into personal dispute. When you get the minister involved, you can't separate the government from the dispute. When you get the police involved, they allow, you get the inspector, like the woman Waterloo say, you know, where you get people and they threaten you about your land, you get forget the government involved. When you get your land, people and they can't trespass on that. Well, this person would ask this question. I mean, then I have somebody to trespass on yours. You can't keep the government out. You go call the police, which is a part of government, for say somebody's trespassing in my house, in my yard. It's the same thing. I mean, at some point, that's why you have government, to protect people and property. So I know so maybe this person need to understand that. So people are not just getting government or accusing government unjustifiably. That's because they've tried everything. Like this woman say, you know, go to the officer, I tell her, they say, oh, I'll go help you. Then they look for, say, they join the other forces. You can't leave the government. What kind of society are we going to live where you want thief me land? I say that Milan will get dispute. Then you say that we'll sue each other. How is that going to work? You know, but again, you know, it takes all kind of people. Some people until rain for them and do much, they don't say the rain. You see? And some people might feel justified because maybe their own property way, and so they end up getting them where they not get the right to. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say, Madam Fadima, for the evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just sent a picture to my my technical team. I just want to wish my friend again. I mean, I just think she's so special. We don't come to the end of another day. We don't come to another conversation. The conversation they go on Facebook. People are asking legitimate questions, but not that because I don't read you question. I mean, say what you say not important. Sometimes it just jumps and you know, it jump past we. Sometimes they will not see it in, you know, then they say or whatever. Sometimes I go too fast for me. You know, so I mean, an old woman. I'm an old woman, so sometimes, you know, my brain is slow for things. But anyway, we thank you for another beautiful day. We tell God thank you, and we pray for we leader them. We pray for wisdom. You know, we pray for wisdom. We gladly for developments that Salone. The governments don't put things say that they can't extend the other airports, but we want to let them make the best deal. We go benefit we country. We want to make them make whether they sign the paper, then get for be careful waiting that they sign before they then cross them T and dot their I's them. You know, let we pay attention because let we do it in best for Salone. You know, sometimes we might think, you know, politically we're scoring a point, but it might not be the best thing right that moment today. But still development goes. Some people go say not to now, some people go say now. Everything gets priority in life, but something has to be done and they get for do when they get for do. So the president don't choose for do now. It's say now we'll see now. Almost get for cost we would I get for give the money, waiting at the conditions then for this money. We go find out, we go see, we go make. And also, again, like how we don't talk on this land issue, the land issue, a problem. When they call on the minister of lands, you got to fix this problem because now you then they pay this money. Now you then they pay every month, then they pay on Then teacher, then they know they pay them, then doctor, then they pay them, then lawyer, then they pay them, they not a lawyer, them, they watchman, then government worker, them where they work under, they know they get paid. But every month, so now the minister, they on money, no they short. So una do na work for the people. Every month, they don't want they say money no they for pay the minister them. They don't want they say the minister, they don't forfeit their salary. They want give and say una go pay first, then teacher or then poor nurse them or the other people the way they work. But una they get una salary every month, una do na work, man. Do your job. And stop all this madness, stop all the craziness, because, every word we speak, every action we do, they affect with future, like how I've been saying, they affect we. We get all the motor car, do we need to go buy a brand new one right now, or do we need to just, pay off our bills first, pay off our debt before we go? Priority. When I know say we get bad credits in the world, and I know say inside the area when they say bad credits, you go get either high interest or they don't give you interest at all. That is the suffering we suffer right now. Because many people before this administration, and some people in this administration continue for misuse and abuse the finance and the how they run the day-to-day finance with the people. They go spend money we will not get, we go put ourselves on debt we will not able, because we therefore develop we income, how we earn more money, we spending, how we therefore get money for spend them, we therefore increase that, we spending power, we therefore increase that, because we know they bigger every day. When I can't lend to, when I can't sorry for me, well, when I take, okay, we'll go give una 25 years, when I can't sign them or just make, because I want for do them, let the people then feel say they do good job, or because I want for do this, so that No, let we do them for the right reason, and let we do them. So kudos, I would pray. I say thank you. I love you all, and remember God is love. Like I can always say, if you not see me they shine today, not jealous me, go work on yourself. Tomorrow, you own go come, me own go. The sun go day over you, the cloud day over me. So go work on your beautiful. Go do something good for somebody. Go say kind words. Go, because what is life? I love you all, and remember God is love. And to my sister friend, you see Ofiba's sister in that picture, Kadibangura, I say happy birthday to you. This woman beat Corona. I been get Corona, I sick. She's a healthcare worker. I get Corona, I sick. And today we celebrate her because we tell God thank you for her life. And many other people, them where, they don't get Corona, they survive. Some not make them, but this me sister friend, she made it. And I say happy birthday, Madam Kadibangura. I love you in Maryland. I love you. Much love to you. More power to you. God bless and keep you. Mr. Shilon, I don't sir. I don't know if you get anything else.
No, nothing, Mama.
Yes, sir. Good. So till next week, I salute you all. And remember, I love you all. And God is love. And I thank you for all that they join we every week. Thank you so much. Goodbye and God bless. Thank you. I love you all. I love you. Hey, like I say, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I love you. Whether I didn't you view, or I know they see you view, I don't understand your view. Make me understand your view. And to Mr. Samoa Kamara, you don't say you're gonna give me. Come on board, come on VOS. VOS, not the viewers show where every voice, every Sierra Leone voice, no matter who side you they will they listen to you. So will they allow you for talk with respect and all. So come aboard, Mr. Kamara, just like you say. I don't know if now you real name down there Samoa Kamara, but come aboard, because people do those, names. It is not easy to sit in front of the camera and talk. It is not easy. Some people, and they on social media, they have nicknames, they have thought, but we sit here because we believe in what we're saying. We show we face, we show we say, we are what we say on our own way to reward. So I love you all. Remember, God is love. God bless we. God bless Sierra Leone. And God bless us all. Bye.
Bye.
Woo.